The eyewitnesses have said they believe, some of them believe it was your son calling out for help. No one saw him directly doing it or could say 100% for sure. You've heard the 911 call where you hear somebody calling out help. Do you believe that is your son's voice?
Yes, I do. I believe that's Trayvon Martin. That's my baby's voice. Every mother knows their child.
Tajay doing okay. Tajay is, she doing okay, but I'm just gonna say her and Tamir was very, very close. It's like two peas in a bucket. They have a lot of similar ways, and you know, they do share the same mom and dad, so that makes it, you know, very more closer than close. Just let me say that. And she just told me that she didn't know what she was going to do without her brother.
Joining us now from St. Louis, Michael Brown's mother, Leslie McSpadden, and family attorney Benjamin Crump, in an ABC News exclusive. We want to say good morning to you both, and thank you very much for being with us. Mr. Crump, let me ask you this. What has been the reaction from the family with these results that are now known?
It's been very, very troubling. They answer some questions, but yet they offer many more. It confirms our worst fears that the witnesses were telling the truth, Robin, that her son was shot multiple times, and the most troubling is the headshot that, you know, it's just not justified in any way, fashion, or form to execute this child.
We should note that the examiner said, and these are his exact words, he was careful to say that these autopsy results by themselves do not assign blame or justify the shooting. This is one of 3 autopsy reports. The federal government will conduct one coming up. Explain the need for multiple autopsies.
Well, Robin, the family wanted to make sure that they had their own independent autopsy because there was no guarantee that the federal government was going to do an autopsy. And if they did not do it, then we would just be left with the St. Louis law enforcement officers' autopsy. And Leslie nor Mr. Michael Brown Jr. wanted to rely on the same police department that executed her child in broad daylight. So there was the need to have an independent autopsy. And this independent autopsy showed that he was shot in his head, his eye, his arm, his hand, and it was very troubling to this family, so they had to get the truth out.
I don't wanna die, Lord, yeah. I don't wanna cry no more, yeah, yeah. I don't wanna cry no more, yeah. I don't wanna die, oh Lord, yeah. Thank God I'm alive, yeah. I gotta realize that I can't rely on them, yeah, no lie. But I'm trying to make a way out, yeah. I'm just trying to behave now, following the laws, that's the way out. Yeah, trials and tribulations of a slave now. Wanna be the one to say I'm happy that I came out. Yeah, light of pestilence and earthquakes. Yeah, Jerusalem is where I claim my birthplace. Check the signs and the times for the flee now. The ending crisis coming, that's the worst case. Yeah, shed tears for the ones that will stay here. I don't really wanna stay here. Now I don't wanna die, but I am gonna cry for my people that will stay here. I don't wanna cry no more. Yeah. I don't wanna die, oh Lord, yeah. Thank God I'm alive, yeah. I gotta realize that I can't rely on them, yeah, no lie. Look, I don't wanna cry no more, yeah. I don't wanna die, oh Lord, yeah. Thank God I'm alive, yeah. I gotta realize that I can't rely on them, yeah, no lie, yeah. House of bondage be coming from out the slave route. Kingdom of heaven's the way to enter the main route. But going through it with family. The problems they handed me, I can't be. The truth is hurt from my family. The situations is critical. The great tribulation is coming now, it's getting physical. And also it's spiritual mark. What cost you eternal fire. Keeping commandments is all I ever desire. I don't wanna cry no more, yeah. I don't wanna die, oh Lord, yeah. I don't wanna cry no more, yeah. I don't wanna cry no more, yeah. I don't wanna die, oh Lord, yeah. Thank God I'm alive, yeah. Gotta realize that I can rely on him, yeah, no lie. And everybody need to wake up, yeah. I tell you how I shot the comeback, yeah, he really need to come back. We gotta live righteous, yeah, how I said repent to keep the law, we should come back. Okay, we got another chance to do right. I wake up in the morning, thank my Father for my life. I thank you for your son that came and died, shedding blood. The only one protecting me and always show me love, yeah, show me every day. Shed tears for the ones that will stay here. I don't really wanna stay here. Now I don't wanna die, but I am gonna cry for my people that will stay here. I don't wanna cry no more, yeah. I don't wanna die, oh Lord, yeah. Thank God I'm alive, yeah. Gotta realize that I can rely on him, yeah, no lie. Look, I don't wanna cry no more, yeah. I don't wanna die, oh Lord, yeah. Thank God I'm alive, yeah. Gotta realize that I can rely on him, yeah, no lie, yeah.
I'm tired. I've been on this plantation all my life. I've been enslaved all my life. I'm tired of being pushed and pulled. I'm tired of the master doing his bidding. I want to leave.
You done this to yourself, Pats.
You know why we not afraid? What? He's great in Turbo. Turbo is destruction. Y'all think it come back in all peace? You got another thing coming. So we out here fighting for our brother. We ain't marching saying, yes, we can. No justice, no peace. Yo! Fight for your sons and your daughters.
I'm not wrapped too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog. I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfucker popo. This is my battle cry. Isaiah 14:21, that ancient version of that gun that they stole our name, they stole our shit. We real Judites, motherfucker Jewish. We lords, generals, arm your soldiers. We fight tonight like we supposed to. They inherited lies. I'm referring to all whites. I'm referring to riches, white privilege, given through genocide. And they gotta pay for that. God say Jacob gon' take it back. I cry aloud, I spare not. This good bread, my sharecrop. This lily grew through concrete. We march to our own drum beat. We the chosen. No inclination to kick it with y'all. Raise Babylon to the ground, then watch it fall. Obadiah said you'll be wiped up for theft. These are just words, worry about what come next. It's for Negroes, Latinos, we better than all, not equal. My natives know red dot that feather. Me primo be smooth like that leather. Until it's time to bring the war dogs out, put the headdress on. War paint and I'm not wrapped too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog, I'm black like that, won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfucker, popo. It's my battle cry. I got the spirit of grandfathers past. Front porch sitters, Nat Turner dangerous. A real life illustration of angry and that painting of Malcolm staring out the window with patience. One hand on the curtain, right hand on the AK spits. 47 rounds, all to bring down Satan. Same way Abel was killed by Cain. This will be an introduction from the fuck shit into the fire. Probably join the list of artists who died before they retired. Most High said I'm hired. Sire will never spit a line aimed at my kind, less meant to uplift. Toughness will be redefined in my rhymes. A squad of men with the spirit of God, with an affinity to point their weapons not at the brethren but at the enemy. Khaki colored kids, baptized in the flames of combat, fashioned in the trap we escaped. Our fate was to be great and noble. Moses reincarnate, so be hopeful and know I bring word from A and O to Pharaoh and white folk. Let my people go, cause it's my battle cry.
All right, Israel, Shalom, Most High bless. Thank y'all for tuning in to Foul People's Edification. I'm your brother Shah Sham, and I got some brothers on the panel with me. Y'all can introduce yourselves.
Jonathan Taylor.
We can't hear you, Ak.
You can't hear me?
No,
all right, there we go.
There you go.
Shabbat Shalom, fam. I'm brother Yoran the Bar. Shabbat Shalom.
Khan. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. How y'all doing? Brother Tazadaki.
Shalom, Most High bless. Thank y'all for tuning in. So my brother wanted to come on because he wanted to give his revelation. My brother Tazadakia Shakur of the 12 tribe chart. First of all, let me say shalom to everybody. Star, Lima, King Judah. Shalom to Weeze and all the sisters in the chat. Princess Kadash, the other sister Tassa Farah. I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. Everybody in the chat, the water, please like, subscribe, and share the video. Highly appreciate it. All right, go ahead, Tazadakia. You can get the floor out.
Khan, the water. Okay, once again, Shalom, everybody. So my name is Brother Tazadakia. I'm a member of Yashawan. It's a body we have, one here in Atlanta, another in California. Been in the truth some years now. I would say since I was 22, going on 26 right now. And you know, a big thing in Israel as a people is most brothers haven't read the entire Bible, right? They might cherry pick and know all the breakdowns, you know, the precept handbook, right? But most brothers ain't really read the entire Bible. So it was put upon my spirit a couple months back to start reading from Genesis onward. Okay, so I read the entire Old Testament, reading the Apocrypha. And strangely enough, it was like a week before the Most High showed me what he showed me. I prayed for understanding of the scripture. And that's why prayer is so powerful when you truly believe in what you're praying in and truly mean it. Because a week later, I'm reading 2nd Ezra 13 in its entirety, the chapter. And I see certain things that don't actually match up to what the One West, what I would say the One West doctrine is of the chart, right? Various things. The big one is Uriel's breakdown that he gives to Ezra, because that's what's going on. Ezra had been fasting for some days. He was given a vision, and Uriel, the angel, broke it down for him. Now, brothers, when they go there, You read second. I was a brother. If anybody wasn't going on my channel right now, same thing, Tazadaki Shakur. You will see videos of me defending the 12 tribe chart. Right? So I was a brother who fully believed in this until I seen what I saw was wrong. And I got a list of precepts right here, and I just want to get into it, man. God.
Okay, go ahead, Ak. Go ahead, brother. Give us your testimony and give us, how you came to the revelation of the 12 tribes chart being, I guess, what you want to call it, incorrect, inconsistent, or just not biblical, or whatever, however you want to describe it.
Yeah, I would say it's through the scriptures. Everybody can argue about phenotypes and everything afterwards, but the order of the prophecy we can see is different than what One West is teaching. And where the northern kingdom is and how or when exactly they shall return, and we should be together as one nation. You know what I'm saying? So first things first, I just want to go to Micah, the book of Micah, chapter 4. And I want to start at verse 7. Okay. So Micah 4 and verse 7. I wish I could share my screen. But it reads, "And I will make her that halted a remnant, and her that was cast far off a strong nation." Right? "And the Lord shall reign over them in Mount Zion from henceforth, even forever." The reason I'm bringing this up because Isaiah 11 speaks on this remnant. And we'll see it a couple times throughout the scriptures. This remnant. Who is this remnant? How can we identify it? It said they halted, right? Halted as a nation. They were carried away into Assyrian captivity. They left the Assyrian captivity to go keep their own lands. Keep their own laws in a distant land, right? But brothers, when they break this down, they don't go to these various precepts substantiated. So that's why I'm here, right? It reads, "I will make her that halted a remnant," being the northern kingdom, "and her that was cast far off a strong nation." And as we keep reading, I'm going to prove this. But this second her right here in this verse is speaking on the southern kingdom. "Ho that we cast far off to make us be made a strong nation," due to a simple fact that Judah was dispersed to the four corners of the earth. Some may argue that's literally the tribe of Judah. Some would say that's an umbrella term for the southern kingdom. We're spread through the four corners of the earth due to the transatlantic slave trade, right? And we can keep going. I'm going to read verse 8. "And thou, O tower of the flock, the stronghold of the daughter of Zion, unto thee shall it come, even the first dominion. The kingdom shall come to the daughter of Jerusalem." Right? And I could precept this with Zechariah 12. That's where I'm going to go right after this. It reads, verse 9. "Now why dost thou cry out aloud? Is there no pangs in thee? Is there no king in thee? Is thy counselor perished? For pangs have taken thee as a woman in travail." And so, like I forgot to say, verse 8 is speaking on the southern kingdom. Right? I'm going to read it again. "And thou, O tower of the flock, the stronghold of the daughter of Zion, unto thee shall it come, even the first dominion." Right? "The kingdom shall come to the daughter of Jerusalem." I'm going to jump down to verse 10. "Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city," right? So that's 70 AD, us fleeing into Africa, right? "And thou shalt dwell in the field." What is that field? We dwelt in Africa for 1,500 years, 70 AD, right, to 1619. Some would argue it's a little bit before that. Roughly 1,000+ years. We were there in that field, per se, right? As I keep going, and that's dwell in the field. "And thou shalt go even to Babylon. There shalt thou be delivered. There the Lord shall redeem thee from the hand of thy enemies." Right? And they want to go to Zechariah 12 first. Because I want to point out, this is the reason I went to Micah first. It's so many key parts to the rest of what I'm bringing out in this verse. Okay? So I want to go to Zechariah 12. No, let me go to Isaiah 11 first. What Isaiah? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 11. And I'll start at verse 11. Isaiah 11:11. "And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people. So remember, I just discussed the remnant according to the book of Micah. Remember, there was a distinction between the two herds. It said the nation that halted, a remnant, and the nation that was cast afar off, a strong nation. That nation that was cast afar off, a strong nation, is the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, so forth. The nation that halted, the remnant, will be the northern kingdom. And I'm going to prove that, right? Isaiah 11:11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Right? So I'm going to jump down to a key part here. Verse 15. And the Lord shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptian sea, and with his mighty hand shall he shake his hand over the river, and shall smite it in the seven streams, and make man go over dry shod. Hey, brother Sharshim, are you able to share your screen? I wanted to bring this scripture up in the NLT.
You on your cell phone or?
Yeah, I really can't hop off the way he got it set up. If I hop off of here, it's going to kick me out.
I'll share.
Okay.
What you want me to pull up?
Can you give me Isaiah 11:15 and 16 in the NLT? I just want to get a clear translation of what this is saying.
You said the NOT? Hold on.
Yes, sir.
Not the KJV, but the New Testament online. I mean, the New Translation online, or you want a different translation? That's what you asked me for?
Yeah, the NLT. If you can pull it up on the blue letter.
Oh, you want to pull up on the blue letter? Okay, I was going with the Bible Hub, but okay.
Okay, it's lucky in my back.
I'm just trying to get it close so it can, because I know the blue letter be small. Hold on, let me see. Can I pull it up?
Okay.
Okay. Well, I guess both of them small. And you said it's called the NO. I see the NIV, the NLT.
Yeah, the NLT.
Okay. And what book you want again?
This is Isaiah chapter 11, verse 15 on down.
Okay. You know what? I don't even know how to pull the books up on. Hold on, Bible. Let me see something. If this is how you do it, because I don't use this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just go to blue letter because I know how to use that. I don't know how to use this Bible. I'll go to blue letter. Hold on.
And the reason I'm going here is because the argument, according to 2 Ezra 13, oftentimes is where it says they passed over the river.
Okay.
Right? And brothers will argue that they went on a boat.
Now you said Isaiah what?
Isaiah 11 and 15 on down.
Okay, Isaiah 11. Okay. 15. Where it says, and the Lord shall utterly destroy the tongue. That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
give me all right, I'm about to share it. Salakia family. I thought I could use the Bible Hub, but I don't know how to use that. I just looked at it. It's not my thing. I'm gonna zoom in. Let me see something. Is I'm sharing the right screen? No, I'm sharing the wrong screen. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna zoom in. See, can I zoom? Where's the zoom? Is that big enough? Wait, hold on. There we go. Can y'all see that good? Yep, there we go. All right, go ahead.
Con, can you pull it in the NLT though? You see where it says KJV up there?
Oh, they switched it back over. I did have it in the NLT. I don't know why they did that.
And then you just press go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Okay. It said the Lord will make a dry path through the gulf of the Red Sea. Now, as we know, the Red Sea is what we went through from the Egyptian captivity, right? Why is it saying this? If the bulk or the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom are together here, I want to show you something. The Lord will make a dry path through the Gulf of the Red Sea. He will wave his hand over the Euphrates River, sending a mighty wind to divide it into 7 streams. I really can't see that that last line.
Which part? Wait. Sending a mighty wind to divide the 7. Oh, so it can easily be crossed on foot.
So it can easily cross on foot.
Hold on, let
right?
me see something.
Why is it saying that? And the next verse is even clearer. Okay. He will make a highway for the remnant. See that word again, that remnant of his people. The remnant coming from Assyria, just as he did for Israel long ago when they returned from Egypt. Right? So it's controversial with brothers who see the 12 tribe chart. They deal with the one West understanding of 2nd Ezra 13 and don't deal with the scriptures as they should. Right? So even reading it again in the KJV, and the Lord shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptian feet, and with his mighty wind shall he shake his hands over the river, and shall smite it in 7 streams, and make men go over dry shod. There shall be a highway for the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, like as it was to Israel in the day that it came up out of the land of Egypt. Right? So this is clear. So now I just want to get into 2nd Ezra 13, and then we can go from there. Brother, can you pull that up on your screen, because I can't hear.
I can't pull 2nd Ezra up on. They don't have that on Blue Letter. I gotta go to the King James online.
Con. Would any of you brothers have an apocrypha on you?
Yeah, I got apocrypha, but you won't put it on the screen, right?
Or if you could read the scriptures, that's fine too.
Okay, I'll pull it up on the screen. Hold on.
Con.
All right, you want 2nd Ezra what? Gotta look for. Hold on.
When to start at 2nd Ezra 13 and really 2nd Ezra.
Trying KJV, or how do you get to the apocrypha on here again? Let's search. No. Hold on. That is okay. Next chapter. Okay. 13 and what else? 48, I believe. Let me go down. But they are left behind the borders. 40. You want me to start at verse 40? Right here. The brother still on? Hold on. Oh, he must have fell off. Oh, wait. Okay.
Yeah, I still see him.
No.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there he is.
Con. Shalom, Salaki. I popped out. That's all I'm saying. Every time I exit out of where I'm at, it's going to take me off.
Okay. So you want to start at verse 40?
Yeah, but really, I want to start at verse 13. Verse 13 to 13.
Oh, all the way at 13? Okay. Hold on.
Yes, sir. They got the verses right there in the corner, King.
Oh, my bad.
It's all good, King.
I ain't used to using this. That's why I like. But go ahead. Okay. There we go. All right.
Okay, Slaki, go back to verse 12.
Verse 12.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, reads. Afterward, so according to what we know in the prophecies, right? Yahawashi comes, breaks that firmament. This is when the battle of Jehoshaphat is going on, equivalent to Revelations 20, right? So it says, after that war is done, according to what we see in 2 Ezra 13, after that war is fought, then afterward saw I the same man come down from the mountain and call unto him another peaceable multitude, right? In the next verse, can you go to the next verse? Come on. And there was much people unto him, whereof some were glad, some were sorry. Some of them were bound, and others some brought of them that were offered. Then I was sick through great fear, and I awaked. Right? You could go to verse 39. Because after this, when he sees this other peaceable multitude, right? Ezra inquires of his vision. Uriel gives him proper understanding of everything he's seen, but there's a key part that brothers leave out. Okay? 2 Ezra 13 and 39. And whereas thou sawest, this is Uriel talking right here. And whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude, right? So after he comes down from the chariot, the people that he calls afterward, another peaceable multitude, meaning that there's already a group of people that's already there. Let's go ahead and the next verse, brother. These are the 10 tribes, which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanessar, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. Right? So Uriel's telling them that peaceable multitude that you saw gathered after the battle, those are the 10 tribes. Well, wait. According to the order of prophecy that One West teaches, we're all going to get beamed up together. We'll be in the wilderness together. Go ahead, King. Did you say something, brother? My bad.
No, I said exactly. Go ahead.
Okay, Con. All right, and it reads, but they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. Right? So here's where brothers trip up. Oh, brother, it's got to be America. There was nobody here. Well, let's see if we can prove that anywhere else in the scripture. Right? Go to the book of Jeremiah.
Yep.
Go to the book of Jeremiah. I found another place too, King. Wisdom of Solomon.
Oh yeah, Jeremiah.
Yeah. I'll pull that up after this one. Right. So this is the book of Jeremiah. Grab this.
Okay. Well, go ahead and read it. I'll leave Edras up. That way, I ain't got to keep switching back and forth.
The water. Yeah, I got this right here, and it reads. Let me see. Let's start. I'm gonna start verse 2. It says, growing cry in the ears of Jerusalem, saying, thus saith the Lord, I remember thee, the kindness of thy youth, the love of thine espousals, when thou wentest after me in the wilderness, in a land that was not sown, it was not inhabited. Okay. Israel was holiness unto the Lord, and the first fruits of his increase, and all that devour him shall offend. Evil shall come upon them, saith the Lord. Hear ye the word of the Lord, O house of Jacob, and all the families of the house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, what iniquity have your fathers found in me, that they are gone far from me, and have walked after vanity, and are become vain. Neither said they, where is the Lord that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, that led us through the wilderness, through a land of deserts and pits, through a land of drought and of the shadow of death, through a land that no man passed through, and where no man dwelt. Okay. Now, if you can, real quick, the Wisdom of Solomon verse is Wisdom of Solomon 11, chapter 11. It should be the second verse. And then we'll go back to that second Ezra. I don't know why it keeps knocking me out of here, King. Slaki for that.
Is this what you want?
And it reads, yes, sir. They went through the wilderness that was not inhabited, and pitched tents in places where there lay no way. Now, here's another thing. When I'm reading this, and as we're going to see in 2nd Ezra 13 when we continue, they did not go to live in this wilderness. Scripture says, for through that country, there was a long way to go, of namely a year and a half. They went to the various places that are spoken of in Isaiah 11. The northern kingdom is the same remnant that is being spoken of in Isaiah 11 and Micah 4 and many other places. Okay, so we can go back to 2nd Ezra 13.
Okay. All right, we back. 2nd Ezra 13.
I believe it's on like 2nd Ezra 13, about 42.
42.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Verse 42.
Okay. That they may keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land. Right? That's a key thing. The northern kingdom left to keep their law, statutes, and commandments. According to Jeremiah 17, when you read it from the top, Judah lost their heritage. It's a very key part that people leave out. Right? They call it separation, but we have to read the scriptures in context. Okay? They left to keep their own statutes, which they never kept in their own land. Right? You keep going, brother.
Okay.
And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow places of the river. Gone. You go to the next one. For the Most High then shewed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over. See, this is where brothers want to start getting crazy. I've watched many brothers debate the chart. They always say, brother, it says passed over. There's no boat there. And they'll go to the book of Matthew to substantiate it. I don't want to go to Matthew. Let's go to Joshua chapter 3. Let's go to the book of, there's nothing new under the sun. These things have happened before. Book of Joshua chapter 3. I got it right here, King. You ain't got to go there. Ready. All right, the book of Joshua chapter 3 and verse 17. And the priests that bear the ark of the covenant of the Lord stood firm on dry ground. This is when we were crossing the river Jericho. Dry ground in the, it's like Jordan. Dry ground in the midst of Jordan. And all the Israelites passed over on dry ground until all the people were passed clean over Jordan. This is an example we can see where people are crossing a river and the scriptures are saying they passed over without it being a boat or anything there. We can go to the very next chapter and show this as well. Right? So to verse 7. Then ye shall answer them that the waters of the Jordan were cut off before the ark of the covenant of the Lord. When it passed over Jordan, the waters were cut off, and these stones shall be a memorial unto the children forever. It's like I got to go up some. Let me see. Right? 1 second. Verse 18. I believe it's verse 18. 1 second. Okay, and it came to pass when the priests that bear the ark of the covenant of the Lord were come up out of the midst of Jordan, and that the soles of their feet were lifted up unto the dry land, and that the waters of Jordan returned unto their place. Well, according to 2nd Ezra 13 and 44, for the Most High shewed signs for them and held still the flood, just as it was done in Joshua 3 and verse 4. Right? So that's another place we see. If you were to look at the geography of the Euphrates River, trying to go towards the Americas, it is not possible. That river gets way too narrow for them many boats to be going down there, going to America. No, they crossed the land and passed over the waters on dry ground. Right? The Most High stilled the flood. It's plain. But brothers love to add to the scripture.
I don't want to cut you off, but you know, we brought up all these same points and arguments, everything that you saying, brother, and they say that we're crazy. We even showed the actual vessels that they used during the time of the Euphrates during the Assyrian captivity, that it was impossible because they had small vessels that only fitted 2 to 3 people per vessel.
Con.
You're talking about hundreds of thousands of Israelites, and they said we was crazy. Then they accused and said that they was using the ships of Tarshish that Solomon had built, when the scriptures tell you that no galley boat can go down them rivers.
Con.
And they tried it. Then they said that no, Solomon had another. They had a second port in Kuwait, brother. And they rode here. And then when we showed the actual ships the Phoenician built, they only helped 15 people. So, but go ahead. I just it's very, very funny to me. But you bringing out even more key points, some of the stuff that we knew, and you actually giving us more key points that we didn't know. And it's just amazing how it's debunking this lie even more. But go ahead, King.
Yo,
Tazadat. Oh, he fell off again. Goodness gracious. But he bringing out a lot of key points. Some we knew, and he bringing out even more. And that's what we be talking about, how somebody could break something down and the Most High give somebody something else and they can add right on to it. And it proves the point even more. Now, the scriptures he brought out in Isaiah, that was powerful. That was a different translation, even though we using the King James, but they clearly wrote it as the river, he dried it up, where they walked through, as we've been saying, you know what I mean? But they continue to deny that. You want to elaborate on that, the ball?
Con. I just wanted to say, like, everything the brother bringing out is in the spirit. And, Chief Natali, one of the main men, who came out of the commandment keepers, he already said the 12 tribes chart, that was false. You know what I'm saying? It was really a marketing gimmick. So, the bottom line is, man, this thing is very simple. And I'll say this too, for brothers and sisters that think that, Israel went to America, well, you got to prove that. And if you think they Hispanics, Native Americans and all that, show me where they were in slave ships. Because there's only one group of people that was in the slave ships that can be historically proven. And it was one phenotype. It was Negroid people coming from Africa, West Africa to be exact, to America. So they can't prove any of this thing. Go ahead,
Can I
King.
say something quick? Yeah. Could they prove that any Hispanic was ever sold on the auction block?
There you go.
Or Indian?
Can we get the likes up, family? I appreciate it if y'all can like the video and share it. Thank y'all, and I appreciate everybody tuning in. Go ahead, King. Go ahead, the ball. And JT.
Yeah. I come from the original one west under AREA. And I'm gonna speak my feeling on the man. I don't like the man. I ain't like the man since I met him, because the man had the spirit of Satan on him. You know what I mean? He knew the chart was fake from the beginning, man. But he brung it to Abba Bivens, and Bivens ran with it. And just like you said, man, they use it as a marketing gimmick. They know the chart is fake, man. But they knew when they, and I'm gonna say this too, bro. They became a 501c3 group in 1997. So it made it official why they've been using that chart and why they've been bringing in these other nations in this in the mix. But what these dummies don't, and I'm gonna call them what they are, dummies. What they fail to realize, man, the Most High in heaven is looking at them, all of them.
That's right.
Taking notes down, knowing they lying through their teeth. And do they actually believe they're gonna escape his judgment? I mean, are y'all crazy to think that do you think he's gonna let you slide from this? And I'm gonna say this too. The reason why I'm trying to be nice on this program tonight, you know what I'm saying? Because it ain't really a show where I really gonna get hot. But I'm just saying, like, these men here, man, bro, they know they lying through their teeth. And the reason sometimes Sham know why I come on here, man, and I blast them, because they destroying our people's life, man. And that's not a game, dude. That ain't no game that ain't nothing to be playing with, man. Playing with people's life, man. Because I'm gonna say it like this: they got Russian roulette. You Negroes is playing Israelite roulette. And the Lord is the one that got the gun pointed at your head, about to pull the trigger on you, man. That means he gonna pull up your card. And when he pull your card up, that's it. And I'm gonna say this too, bro. You look at men like Yohana of ISUPK. All he did was take the name of the original school. When he left and Tazadakia started the Church of Jesus Christ or whatever you call it, he started his own sector and just took the name of the original school. I know Yohana. I know all of these dudes that you see in these camps, man. Of IUIC, I know them all. GM, I know them all. Tahar, he used to be my camp leader when I was in the school. Okay, I know all of these dudes, man. You know what I mean? And a lot of times when I come on here, they get mad at me like, "Yo, you come out of One West, you should be supporting the doctrine, bro. You should be supporting the brothers." Nah, man, I ain't supporting no lies. How about that? If you're lying, I ain't in your corner. If you down with the lie, you teaching the lie, I am not in your corner, man. All right. Our people's lives is at stake. Souls. This is what people don't get. These cats don't get. Every man and woman and child, your soul is on the line. All right. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no game, dude. I ain't playing with this. You know what I mean? And the Lord ain't playing with you. All of us going through something, some more than others. You feel me? But what he ain't gonna do is he ain't gonna let you get away with teaching these damn blasphemous ass lies. He's not gonna let you get away with it, man. There's gonna be a day you all gonna answer, and every one of you gonna have your mouth shut. You ain't gonna say nothing. What you gonna say? You gonna say you didn't know? The time now is to come clean. Cause a quick point, Jam. Don't let him. The time now is to come clean, man. Why you got a chance? Because when he stepped to you, it's a wrap. It's over. It's done. It's finished. You don't want it. You don't want it to come to that. But I'm gonna tell you, bro, and I'm gonna let you, whoever want to speak.
No,
I know how these cats stink. Sorry, Jam. I know how these cats stink, man. These men think they above repentance. Look at Yohana, man. This man calling himself Commander Genuine Yohana. This man actually said, Jam know it, and you probably know it as well. This man said he's second under Christ. Now, everybody here know the order: Father, Son, Holy Spirit. So if he's saying he under Christ, what is he saying? He's saying he the Holy Spirit as well. Now, he didn't learn. I'm gonna let somebody get just a quick point more. He didn't learn from that man's death. Now, everybody know that man ain't in heaven chilling. That man is suffering right now. And when when the Messiah come back, he gonna suffer some more. So y'all want to be in his corner? Go ahead, keep doing what you're doing, and you're gonna get the same damn treatment that he got. Next, brother.
Yeah, let me. I just wanted him to finish up because I didn't want him to get out the spirit and lose where he was at. Well, you know, with the long elaborations, because I didn't want to take the brother out the spirit. I want him to finish up, and then we can go on with that. You see what I'm saying?
Con.
That's all. Go ahead, Taza Doc, so you can finish up bringing out what you wanted to bring out.
Con, it's a lot of kids, brothers, for the technical difficulties, but the brother made a clean point. The truth has to be brought out, regardless. And oftentimes, brothers who've been in these camps for a long time, you've held a line with a brother, or you've taught this, and you don't want to be. A person will get prideful and don't want to admit the truth, right? So they'll stand on a lie, they'll stand on falsehood, and we can't do that, man. As a nation, these things are evidently clear, right? And I'm gonna keep going for the sake of time, and I want hopefully the people who are watching this will write all these precepts down and link them in together, man. Right? So where we at?
I just didn't want you to lose the spirit of what you was bringing out, because you know when we start elaborating, we could be a while, and I didn't want you to lose that. Like that's why I said, you know what, let's let them finish up, and then we'll open the platform to the dialogue, and it's good because then we ain't got to worry about you trying to show what you want to show the people. I don't want them to get lost. That's why I wanted you to finish doing what you was doing first.
Con. No, absolutely. Con. So we at 2nd Ezra 13 and 44. So as we can see, right, the northern kingdom crossed the Euphrates River going back towards Africa. Okay, they crossed over dry ground. They did not take that narrow river with all those people to the Americas. That's madness. Okay, we can go to the next verse. Here's the key point. It says, for through that country, remember this place, this wilderness, this place where never mankind dwelt, right? It said they will leave to go forth into this further country. Verse 45 is the key point. For through that country, there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half.
Not
the same region is called Arsaris.
Right. They act like it says through that water. But you're right. It's crazy, right, bro. But go ahead.
And as we keep reading, we go to the next verse. Because when we keep reading, that's what cuts it up for real. Then dwelt they there unto the latter time, and when they shall begin to come. The One West breakdown, this is talking about when they went to the Americas, and then in 1619, the Southern Kingdom came through the transatlantic slave trade, and they were together in America. That's not true. Okay? Then dwelt they there in this land that they went to until the latter time, and when they shall begin to come when? To come back. Because again, this people, according to 2 Ezra 13, is the people we see, the other peaceable multitude, according to 2 Ezra 13 and 12. We can go to the next verse. What does this say? This looks like a direct precept to Isaiah 11. The highest shall stay the springs of the stream again, that they may go through. It's like, I'm trying to read it. So they may go through, therefore. Sharshem, can you read the rest of that? I can't really see it.
Okay, the highest shall stay the springs of the streams again, that they may go through, therefore soareth through the multitude with peace.
So this second multitude that's being called, that Yahawashi is calling after he comes down from the chariot, right? It says they're going to have to cross the streams again, which is a direct precept to Isaiah 11. Let me bring that up again so we can connect precept upon precept. Okay? Isaiah 11. And we're going to go to it, man. Lucky I'm dealing with my sword. All right, Isaiah 11. Let's get the last two verses. And the Lord shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptian sea. And with his mighty wind shall he shake his hand over the river, and shall smite it into 7 streams, and make men go over dry shod. That means they crossed it on foot. And there shall be a highway for the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, like it was to Israel in the day that he came up out of the land of Egypt. What is happening? They will cross that Red Sea again. This is the second Exodus, man. Right? Another precept for this is Zephaniah 3 and 10. Let me grab that real quick. Book of Zephaniah, chapter 3 and verse 10. Zechariah.
And when you done, I'm gonna bring out 3 scriptures in Esther to show you that they was in 170 providence after the Syrian captivity over there, from Ethiopia all the way to India. And this is what they don't understand. This is why they want to come, because they were scattered from 170 provinces all through there.
God. This is Zephaniah 3 and verse 10. From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, my suppliants, even the daughter of my dispersed, shall bring mine offering. In that day shall thou not be ashamed for all thy doings. Then this is all future prophecy, right? What is this offering that's coming from beyond the rivers of Ethiopia? Right? That's deep into Africa, right? Going towards Central Africa, right? I'm gonna go to Isaiah 66. Isaiah 66, and I want to show some things. Isaiah
You need anything outside of Edris, or you done with this last verse here?
We're pretty much done with second exorcism at this point.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up Esther while you go ahead. You can keep reading what you're reading. Because I want people to see this. I want people to see this on the screen, what I want to show. Because see how you saying, right, from the beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And now, like, right, look at this. Now it came to pass in the days of Xerxes. This is Xerxes, which reigned from India even unto Ethiopia, over 170 70 and 20 provinces. What you have to understand is Israel dwelt out of all those provinces. So how you get around that? If they dwelt from 170 and 20 provinces, Israelite Jews scattered, brother. That's a lot of people. After the Assyrian captivity. Now,
another cut.
To prove that, we'll jump to chapter 3. And we want to get verse 6. And it says, and he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone, for they had shown him the people of Mordecai, wherefore Haman sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom of Xerxes, even the people of Mordecai. So he just told you the Jews was throughout the whole kingdom of Xerxes, right? We just read the man had 172 and 70 and 20 provinces. From India to Ethiopia, the Jews were scattered. And let's jump to verse 8. And Haman said unto King Xerxes, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed amongst the people in all the provinces. So see that? From India to Ethiopia, Jews were scattered in 170 and 20 provinces of Xerxes' kingdom. Okay? Of thy kingdom. And their laws are diverse from all people. Neither keep the king's laws. Therefore, it is not for the king profit to suffer them. But they know it all.
That's a mean cutter right there, man.
You still there, Tazadak?
Yeah, I'm here. Con.
Now, you see how we talking about the highest is going to spring the streams again, right? And everybody's coming from the borders of the river Euphrates, and from Ethiopia and stuff like that, right? And clearly we saying the Jews were scattered out of 170 and 20 provinces from India to Ethiopia. They still scattered over there. And it even tell you in the scripture that Ephraim is still scattered in Assyria to this day. You have from the tribe of Ephraim that's still over there. But they know that. They say the Ephraimites is in Puerto Rico. But go ahead, you can continue on.
Yeah, and that's the key part about Isaiah 11, because like you said, they're scattered from that region to that region. Isaiah 11 gives you a good, gist of where they are according to these areas that he has to recover the remnant of his people from, right? And that's something that people have to deal with. But I want to deal with this now, right? We don't have to go to Isaiah 66 because I want people to understand something. So reading 2nd Ezra 13, it gives a distinction between a people who are already there, a battle is ensuing, the battle is won, Yahawashi comes down from his chariot and calls the 10 tribes after this. I want to go to Zechariah 12. Let me pull that up real quick. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 12, start at verse 7. It said, the Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first, that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah. In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem. He that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as God, right? Because that house of David is really that 144K, right? They will be fighting together at Jerusalem. Well, when Gog and Magog, according to Revelation 20, the battle of Jehoshaphat, this great war. They're going to try to make war with us in this wilderness, but the people that are there is not all 12 tribes initially, according to what we see in Scripture. I could prove that in the next chapter. Zechariah 14 and verse 14. And Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver and apparel and in great abundance. A person would try to debunk this by saying, "Oh, this is from the past. This already when did we take all the heathens' gold and etc." Right? We did it before, according to Egypt. This is not talking about that. Future connotation. Okay, it's speaking on Judah fighting. It's speaking on Judah being saved first. 2nd Ezra 13 says another peaceable multitude was called after the battle. We have to deal with these things, man. And oftentimes when I'm bringing this out and I get replies, it's games. It's not really scripture. I was told one time that 2nd Ezra 13 is not in chronological order. That makes no sense. I was told another time, right, that even the priests are bringing out, oh, this doesn't really mean that, that means this. Well, let's truly see, right? Let's truly see. Let me bring out, let me see. It's not too many more precepts that I wanted to bring out. Did you want to add something else to that, Sharsham?
Go ahead, bro. No, go ahead. We here to listen, bro, because you wanted to, give your revelation, bro. We added on a little bit on, certain parts, but I'm not here to take away or what you want to bring to the people. You know what I mean? I'm here so you can explain why you feel about what you feel. I'm not here to, do that. Because I want to hear your perspective too. Because like I said, a lot of things you brought out, we was unaware of, and things you brought out, we already knew. So basically, you pretty much helped us even more on our case against the whole 2nd Ezra stuff, because we were saying a lot of stuff you were saying, and then some stuff you brought out some key points that we, like I said, we're not going to know 100% everything. That's why when somebody can hear somebody break down, and they might know some more scriptures and how you added on stuff with Wisdom of Solomon and the Isaiah different translation showing it was dry. That's a lot of powerful stuff, bro. So yeah, I'm not trying to take away nothing you bringing out. I want the people to hear other people's revelations on what the Most High also showed them. Because see, people look at us and say, "Oh, them FOPE guys, they just crazy." But see, obviously we not, because you're not even with us. But look what he's showing you. So that's why I want you to show the people they showed you.
Okay, I got a couple more.
Crazy.
I got a couple more precepts that'll do it real quick, right? So we see them talking about the tents of Judah being saved first. I'm going back to Zechariah.
Hold on 1 second.
Because I want to show something.
Hold on a second, Tazadak. And
right.
when he done, I'm gonna
start at verse.
Hold on, Tazadak. And when he done, I'm gonna open the platform up for anybody want to come on, talk about it, or oppose what the brother bringing out. We can speak on it. If whether you Hispanic or not Hispanic don't matter, but y'all got to prove to us that y'all are Israel, because y'all claiming you're Israelite because of 2nd Esdras, and y'all came over here on ships, and we know that's emphatically not true. So go ahead, continue on.
Oh, it's a brother in the comments. God. All right, this is Zechariah 12 again. I want to show something. Verse 9 on come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem. And I will pour upon the house of David and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem the spirit of grace and supplications. And they shall look upon me who they have pierced, and they shall mourn for him as one mourneth for his only son, and shall be in bitterness for him as one as in bitterness for his firstborn. In that day shall there be a great mourning in Jerusalem, as the mourning of Hadad Ramon in the valley of Megadon. And the land shall mourn, every family apart. The family of the house of David apart, their wives apart. The family of the house of Nathan apart, and their wives apart. If I'm not mistaken, Nathan is a Judite. Right? I believe he was a Judite prophet. The house of Levi apart, and their wives apart. The family of Shimei apart, who was a Benjamite, apart, and their wives apart. All the families that remain, every family apart, and their wives apart. Where is the northern kingdom here? This is discussing a future prophecy, right? Where it talks about the tents of Judah being saved first, and et cetera, and et cetera. But it goes on to say that we're going to look upon Yahawashi and mourn, right? Well, it's only quoting families of the southern kingdom. There is no northern kingdom here. They mentioned Shimei, who's a Benjamite brother. They mentioned the house of Levi. They mentioned the house of Nathan. They mentioned the house of David. There is no mention of a northern kingdom here because they don't come until after. We have to deal with that, right? But we also talked about beyond the rivers of Cush and the offering that was supposed to come. This is I'm just gonna quote Zephaniah 3:10 again because I don't want to misquote it real quick. All right, so Zephaniah 3:10. From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, my suppliants, even the daughter of my dispersed, shall bring mine offering. Let's precept this with Isaiah 66. The book of Isaiah, chapter 66. And we will start at verse. Let's start at verse 19. And I will set a sign among them, and I will send those that escape of them unto the nations, to Tarshish, Pul, and Lud, that draw the bow, to Tubal and Javan, to the isles afar off, that have not heard my fame. These are the islands afar off, and etc. These are it's similar to Isaiah 11, not to the same point, but similar. But let's just keep going. To the isles afar off, that have not heard my fame, neither have seen my glory, and they should declare my glory among the Gentiles. Oh, so like next verse. And they shall bring all your brethren for an offering unto the Lord out of all nations upon horses, and in chariots, in litters, and upon mules, and upon swift beasts, to my holy mountain Jerusalem, saith the Lord, as the children of Israel, bringing an offering in a clean vessel into the house of the Lord, man. Right? This goes directly with 2nd Ezra 13. And the order, it won't be till after, when he calls that other peaceable multitude, that those who remain of the southern kingdom at that time will go get their brethren, and they will come into the land, into the wilderness as well, and that's where they will be judged. But really, this is all that I really had. Some of the other things is really smaller, but yeah. So putting all these precepts together, man, I've come to the conclusion that the northern kingdom is not here. Only the southern kingdom is here. I do not go by that chart, right? I don't even know if I'm a Judite. You know what I mean? That's why my last name is something different. I know I spelled it a little different, but in the Hebrew, the word Shakor means black. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just letting it be known like that. I don't know if I'm a Judite. I don't know if I'm a Benjamite or a Levite, but I know I'm Southern Kingdom. And I know the Northern Kingdom is in the areas that are stated in Isaiah 11. I know brothers like to go to Jeremiah 3:18, Jeremiah 50:33 about them being oppressed together, all these various things. The same people. Let me go to this real quick. Let me go to Psalms 83. Because these same people who have taken crafty counsel against us have their hands so far up the continent of Africa, but right now it don't make no sense. These same group of people we see right here. Psalms 83. I'm going to start at verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. that the name of Israel may be in no more remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites. It's so many Arabs over there, don't make no damn sense in Africa. That's why one of their biggest religions is the Muslim religion. You have the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, right? These are people who are chopping up Africa to this day, oppressing the northern kingdom that's over there in these areas that are quoted in Isaiah 11. You dig what I'm saying? So that whole being oppressed together, you can convolute it to make it seem like it's talking about they will be oppressed together in the land, but we are being oppressed here in America. They are being oppressed there by the same peoples mentioned here in Psalms 83. Right? But I want to show something. This is the book of Micah, chapter 5. This is the book of Micah, chapter 5 and verse 3. Therefore will he give them up until the time that she which travaileth have brought forth. And then the remnant of his brethren shall return unto the children of Israel. Right? That's another precept that we have to deal with. Because brothers is making it seem like we're going to get beamed up out of America together. That the northern kingdom is here, the southern kingdom is here. We're going to get beamed up, go there, which doesn't match the order of prophecy as we see according to 2nd Ezra 13. This says that they won't, it's the same thing that's being spoken of in 2nd Ezra 13. They will be there in these lands until the latter time when they shall be called. They are not Latino. They are not Native American. They come from Negro descent, of that Negro phenotype. That is it. That is all. Right?
Please like the video and share. Thank you. Go ahead,
Con. That's really about it. I'll read this precept again. Therefore will he give them up unto the latter time, that she which travaileth hath brought forth. And then the remnant of his brethren. So only until this designated time. Once that happens, then the remnant of his brethren shall return unto the children of Israel. The same remnant we see in Isaiah 11, who are in these various lands, which is not America. Right?
I want
that was about it, brother.
After, and that was a beautiful breakdown, bro. You brought out a lot of stuff, and you know what you see from your perspective, and I respect that. I'm not against that, but we do know, like you said, all the tribes is all Negro. How and since you came to this revelation, right now, your brothers who you was teaching with in One West, who was chart pushers that you was out there with, and you talked to them about it. How did they feel when you try to come to them and explain to them that this is what the Most High showed you?
Con, I showed it to a couple brothers first, and one of the brothers, he's seen it. He thought it was powerful, because I was able to break it down a little bit better than right now, because I'm having the technical difficulties. But another brother kind of didn't see it. He had to break it down to him a few times. But the leader of the organization that I'm in is a Latino brother, right? And I was a little nervous to show it to him, but I showed it to him, and he's seen it. He's seen it to the point he even stands on it and teaches that the true Israelites of the Bible are Black people.
That's powerful.
That
right?
is powerful.
So there wasn't really no bump back. I know, all praise to the Most High. It wasn't no bump back. At one point in time, I did step away because there was other things going on, but I am a member still to this day now, and they actually don't teach the chart. So they go against that.
So
y'all might have seen the brother on the live with support. Go ahead, brother.
Can you actually bring that brother on the show so he can speak on it also? Because now that if we have a brother that's actually Latino and that is willing to say, you know what, I am a sojourner, but I still believe and I will follow the power, and we're not against that. That's powerful, because then brothers will stop trying to attack us as if we have hate for Hispanics and Mexicans. We don't. We hate the fact that these brothers deceiving these brothers and teaching them lies and having them believing that these gates belong to them when they don't. That's the main issue, and it's causing a stumbling block for brothers, and it's causing a problem of mixing, which we ought not to do. It's like, it's nothing against their people, because all nations going to serve Yahweh, but it has to be done in spirit and in truth. So if you could come back with that, brother, and we can have like how we having our brotherly dialogue right now, man, that would be powerful, because the people would love to see that, because that's what we need to see, a real building of brotherly love, and Israel coming with the real mixed multitude, the ones that's willing to serve the Father. That's what we want to show the people, not the ones who's saying, oh, y'all not Israelites, y'all are Canaanites, but they know that we are the Israelites, because what we taught them, they holding on to it, and now they saying we are not the people, and they're the people.
Yeah, I could talk to the brother if he want to come on.
Go ahead, Debar.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, I wanted to bring something out real quick. Can I share my screen if that's all right?
Go ahead.
I just wanted to back you up and land me back off what you were saying, because that was heavy. You know, both what you brought out and also what the brother Tazadakia brought out as well. So real quick, let me share this real quick. I just want to share, let's see. Here we go. Here we go. This word right here, because a lot of people get caught up on words and simple terminology, man. But we got to be on top of this thing. The best way to describe a Latino or a Hispanic is this Spanish word right here called mestizos. All right. And a mestizo is a man of mixed race, just like you brought out, Shar Shem. That's against the law, man. That's Deuteronomy 7:3. 1 Kings 11:1. There's too many precepts, man. If you're of mixed race, according to this definition right here, you're a mestizo, period.
Or what
Especially
the Bible would call mingled.
Mingled, yep. Or mamzer, bastard.
Right. It's not nothing disrespectful. That's just scripture. That's what it is. You're a mingled person. That's what the Most High made you to be. And they act like, hey, the Most High didn't mean to make mingled people. Yes, he did. He made everybody. He's fashioned. That's right. I know you from the womb. So if you was supposed to be a mingled person, that's what you supposed to been. When you was supposed to be an Israelite, that's what you supposed to been. You supposed to been an Edomite, that's what you supposed to been. The spirit is all different. Same thing with the animals. And he created animals. He created them. He fashioned them. You supposed to be a deer. You supposed to be a lion. You supposed to be a shark. I don't get why people can't understand that.
It is very simple. And what you just articulated is that's the Most High is the potter. We are the clay. So if he predestined you to be a damn mamzer, man, that's the Most High making it that way. Exactly. All you got to do is repent. Remember, we could be regenerated and you can breathe back in, but we got to do things decently and in order. The last thing I'm gonna say on this is the reason why I hate the seed of your father doctrine, man, because it undermines the black woman and her role in creating a strong nation and helping us through the procreation process. How the hell you gonna build a strong black race and ignore the black woman's role in giving birth to our nation? This thing is wild, man. So this is why we got to bring this thing out. We got to be heavy on it. You know, we got to bring that hammer out every single time we deal with this dialogue. And you know, a lot of people, man, if you notice, a lot of people don't want to debate this topic. They don't want to discuss this topic because they understand that they wrong and they lying.
They ignoring a woman's seed as if her seed don't count, and it do.
Exactly. So, you know, that's all I wanted to bring out, Shar Sham, on that, man. But that's exactly what they are. Latinos, Hispanics, you are what they call a mestizo. You're of mixed ancestry.
Star Roma, please drop the link for anybody that want to come on. You new on this program and you coming on, you got to show your face, no excuses, or you will not be allowed, because we have people come on here that say derogatory terms, call brothers the N-word, and we're not having that no more in our program. You want to come on and ask our brother Tazadak or some questions, we open to the dialogue, to a brotherly discussion, anyone. But go ahead, brother Tazadak, if you want to say something else.
Now, I was going to say something real quick about what the brother said. The Most High don't even deal with mixed fabrics. Let alone mixed people. You know what I'm saying?
Simple. It's so simple, King. And I'm gonna just lay me back on what you said. And shout out to the brother Rashad, man. Exactly. A lot of these brothers, man, in One West, I'm gonna keep it 100, man. A lot of these brothers hate the black woman, and I rebuke them brothers strongly for that because they came through the birth canal of a black woman. So how the hell you gonna hate your sister, man? That thing is ridiculous. The self-hatred in Israel, in particular One West, that thing is ugly, man.
Listen,
It's
I know I'm Jacob because I'm in love with my mama. I've been a mama's boy forever. You know, ain't nobody listen. I take no disrespect about my mother, and still to this day, I do for my mother no matter what. I love my mama like Jacob loved his mama.
Yep. Exactly.
So,
But yeah. But one brother, man, I ain't gonna mention his name, you know what I'm saying, but Shashem, you know what I'm talking about. This one brother, this is an elder now. This elder has he seemed like he got his heart broke, man, from a sister. And it's like, bro, that happens. You know what I'm saying? Move on, man. Why you holding on to that thing? And you know, he was saying a bunch of derogatory stuff about black women, and I was like, yo, bro, but how you gonna dismiss them like they don't matter? You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't
Like,
know who that was. I don't know.
oh, okay. Well, we on a Facebook post together. I'll tell you offline about that who that brother is. But it's ridiculous, man. A lot of these brothers, I'm gonna be honest, they have issues with the black woman. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't deal with that yet. You know what I'm saying? So that's the real issue. That's the reason why they want to deal with other women. But go ahead, King. I think we got a new
That's
guest up here.
Shalom, Most High bless.
Shalom, King.
Hey,
Most High bless.
Shabbat Shalom, Shasha, and to the other brothers on that, man. I seen y'all bringing it up, man. So I just want to tap in for a quick second, man.
Shalom.
Yeah, Shalom. The brother was. I just want to make one quick point because the brother was doing. He was doing the work just now, and I just want to let me back on what he was saying. Isaiah 11:11. Like the brother was saying, it's giving us a pinpoint of where we should be looking for that northern kingdom. I just want to read it real quick and then point out what I see. You know, I'm sure you brothers already know, but I just want to bring it out real quick. This is Isaiah 11. We'll start at chapter 10 for the context. So this is Isaiah. Give me 1 second. My bad. I thought I had it. All right, right here. Isaiah 11:10. Then that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall be the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, shall be left from Assyria, from Egypt, Pathros, Cush, Elam, Shinar, Hamath, and the islands of the sea. And this is the point I'm trying to make right here in verse 12. What does it say? I'm trying to pull it up in blue letter real quick to get the Hebrew words. All right. And he shall set up an ensign for the nation, and he shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. And this is very important because we read it saying like, okay, they scattered and they dispersed. Like, okay, we all scattered, which is true. But these are two different Hebrew words. And the word for outcast is the ha. But if I'm saying it wrong, you brothers could correct me. You know, y'all might be a little more swift with that Hebrew than me. But that word means to push, to overflow, to throw, to chase, or push away, or push down violently. Now the disperse, and that's describing of the northern kingdom of Israel. You know, we understand that Israel, when they was moving, they were moving further into Africa. So that's the pushing for them. But the dispersed is Judah. And Judah was dispersed. So when you disperse something, and that word is an apostle, and if I'm butchering it, Salakia, y'all could straighten me out later, but that's an apostle or whatever. And that word means to shatter, to pulverize, break into pieces, scatter, to pulverize, dash, beat into pieces. So I think it's important, like when we read it, sometimes, you know, I'm not the best with the Hebrew, but you know, when we look at these words, we look at them and get a better understanding. Israel was an outcast. Judah disperse. So if you push something, you push it out of the way. So I make an example, like if I got a glass table in my house and I outcast it, I'm just gonna push it out of the way. I might push it into the living room or push it into the hall. But if I'm gonna disperse it, I'm gonna break that glass table into pieces. And how do you recover glass broken into pieces? You have to sweep it up off the floor from all over the floor. And that's Judah. So I just wanted to make that point, Sham. I'm sure y'all already know that. I just want to add on to the brother, man, because they was doing so well, man. I just want to jump in and put my little 2 cents on it, man. Good job, though, brothers.
Con.
Appreciate you coming on. I guess all good.
Sham.
You always welcome over here, bro. Like I said, brotherly discussion.
Con. That's all I had, bro, man. Y'all keep doing your thing, man. I might tap back in a little later. I just want to say, man, good work. Shabbat shalom to y'all, brothers, man.
All right.
Shabbat shalom, King.
Peace.
Yeah, Sharshem, I want to make a quick point real quick for the viewership. You know, this thing bugs me so much, man, because it's like some of our people just don't think. The Most High is black. Christ is black. The great patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, Moses, Joseph, who else? David, Solomon. The disciples is black when you read Acts chapter 12, verse 1. So if everybody black in the Bible, how the hell you getting this mixed multitude or this, you getting different phenotypes now when everybody is predominantly black in the Bible? So that right there is just another smash hitter. Like, what the hell are you trying to sell us, man? Why are you keep lying to the people? You know what I'm saying? Everybody black in the scriptures. And then we got, brothers and taught on the streets. I taught on the streets a lot. We'll read Job 30 and 30. My skin is black upon me. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden it's the seed of your father, and we just get amnesia now. We don't know what the hell we're talking about when it comes to the seed.
What is it, 831?
Yeah. It's too many. It's too many.
Hey, Con. I can bring some out real quick. Y'all know where that precept at that talks about the unturned cake?
Yeah,
that's in Hosea.
I'm so sick of hearing that. Let me show y'all something, right? This is why I compare translation.
Yeah, well, we destroyed that whole doctrine.
Yes,
that's good, because that's not even talking about skin color. That's talking about Ephraim being trapped in idolatry. Because when you go back down to verse 16, it tells you that he returned, but not unto the Most High. And he did return. He returned back to his wickedness, because he says he was deceitful, and he was for the bowls of lies. And when you go to Jeremiah, it tells you that Ephraim was not the only one turned. It says Ephraim, Manasseh, and Benjamin. All of them need to be turned and saved, because Benjamin was also caught up in idolatry too. And see, when we brought that out, them brothers was hurt, because they kept saying just Ephraim. But when we gave them the precept with Benjamin in it as well, we said, wait a minute, why is Benjamin there? One brother, the dude Job Issachar, I don't know if y'all saw that show, but he pulled the plug and ran when we asked him that precept. Remember, he was out of here. He pulled the plug on the computer.
Like the roller, meet.
Yeah, but go ahead, Tyler. Doc, go ahead.
Go ahead, King.
No, I was just gonna say, when you read that in the NLT, it says that we're as worthless as an unturned cake. As worthless as a half-baked cake. That's what it reads in the NLT. It's a description, like it's a type of wordplay. It's not necessarily talking about skin color.
Right.
It's saying we're as worthless as a half-baked cake, a cake unturned.
That's because Ephraim was burnt out from their idolatry, meaning he was halfway in, halfway out with the Most High. It was like he was his lies was deceitful as bowls, because he only would run to the Most High when he wanted help, when he caught up in something. Then he go right back into that idolatry again. That's when we did our whole breakdown on it. Elder Qanath did. Elder Yehuda, you want to say something?
Shalom, Elder Yehuda. Shabbat shalom.
Hey, shalom. Grace and peace. You guys hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Yeah, good. I hear you guys having the topic tonight. I like to say, first of all, the guy calling himself Job Issachar, he's no brother to me. He's a heathen. Okay? Him calling himself Issachar, he no Issachar. Point blank, period. I mean, that's an insult to our ancestors that died by the millions That was from the tribe of Issachar. He ain't no goddamn Issachar. That's the first thing I want to say about so-called Job. The second thing, can somebody do me a favor? Oh, I want to land me back what Sham said, right? We also proved that Benjamin and Levi were among the 10 tribes taken captive. We proved that also.
In Assyrian captivity, yeah.
In Assyrian captivity, and nobody addressed it. Nobody from One West, no camps, nobody came out with no videos to debunk nothing. They just turned a blind eye and just, act like they didn't hear nothing we brought out. Oh, can somebody do me a quick favor, real quick? Go to Isaiah 11. Isaiah 11.
All right.
Start at verse 1. I'm gonna show everybody Isaiah 11.
I got you.
Is a past prophecy. It already happened. It's a past prophecy. Start with verse 1.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 1. And there shall come forth a rod out of a stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of its roots.
That's talking about Christ. That also is a witness to Ezra. Okay, second Ezra. That's a witness. Continue.
Verse 2. And the spirit of Yahweh shall rest upon him.
Right.
The spirit of wisdom and understanding.
Understanding, because Christ came and brought the gospel. So all 10 tribes went back to hear the gospel. All 10 tribes were dwelling in the land. That's a fact. Josephus talks about the priest named Elijah at the time. No. Eleazar at the time. He sent like 11 men from each tribe. They went down to Egypt to translate what we call today the Septuagint. He sent 10 from each tribe. That's a historical fact. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
The spirit of counsel and might, the spirit of knowledge and the fear of Yahweh.
Continue.
Verse 3. And shall make him of quick understanding in the
Christ was a quick understanding. He was cutting all the Pharisees out. He was cutting everybody. They couldn't deal with him. Go ahead.
In the fear of the Lord. And he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes.
Exactly. He didn't judge people. He didn't judge nobody. He just taught the gospel. Go ahead.
Neither reprove after the things of his ears.
Go ahead.
But with righteousness shall he judge the poor.
That's exactly what he did when he came to earth the first time, when he brought the gospel. Go ahead.
And reprove with equity for the meek of the earth.
Go ahead.
And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth.
The rod of his mouth. That's the witness to second Ezra. It talks about Christ. The words coming out of his mouth would be like flames. And all 10 tribes went back to hear the gospel. Go ahead. Continue.
And with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked.
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins. And faithfulness the girdle of his reins. The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lay down with the kid.
That's a metaphor. A metaphor. The wolf shall lie down with the lamb. It's not talking about physical animals. That's a metaphor. Go ahead, continue.
And the calf and the young lion and the fatling together.
There was no war on earth. When Christ was dwelling on earth the first time he came to bring the gospel during the Roman era, there was no war on earth nowhere. Because God did not want no war on earth while his son was dwelling on the earth. Go ahead.
And a little child shall lead them.
The little child was Christ. He's the same God mentioned in Isaiah as that child is born. The wonderful counselor, Almighty God, the Prince of Peace. He's that child. Go ahead.
And the cow and the bear shall feed. Their young ones shall...
A metaphor. Go ahead. Continue.
Their young ones shall lie down together. And the lion shall eat straw like the ox.
Go ahead.
And the suckling child shall play on the hole of the asp.
Christ with that suckling child also. The asp also represents the who? The snakes. Who were the snakes? The serpents. The Pharisees. The Sadducees. He called them serpents. Go ahead. And guess what? Guess who put the 2 nails in Christ's feet? The 2 fangs was the serpents or also the Pharisees. The 2 fangs represents the 2 nails that was driven in his feet. Go ahead.
And the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice den.
Another metaphor. Go ahead.
They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain.
All my holy mountains. When Christ was roaming the earth teaching the gospel, there was no war nowhere on the earth. It was peace on earth while he was roaming the earth. Go ahead.
For the earth shall be full of knowledge of Yahweh.
Thank you. Go ahead.
As the waters cover the sea.
Thank you. That's a metaphor because what happened? The Gentiles were seeking who? Christ. When he was roaming the earth. That's a fact. His fame was spread through all the region. Go ahead.
And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse.
A root of Jesse. Go ahead.
Which shall stand for an ensign of the people.
Ensign means to call the people back. That's a witness also to Zephaniah when God said his people would come from beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. This is a witness to also 2nd Ezra. The 10 tribes went back and heard the gospel. Pontius Pilate spoke about it. Read the writings of Pontius Pilate. Valerius was a procurator before Pontius Pilate. He told Pontius Pilate every year, he said, thousands of Jews came up from the Asia Minor and they came up from Africa every year to the Passover. Go ahead, continue.
To it shall the Gentiles seek.
Go ahead.
And his rest shall be glorious.
Go ahead.
Verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day.
In that day, when Christ was roaming the earth, go ahead.
That the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant.
Time. The first time was the redemption led by Moses when he led the Jews out of Egypt. That was the first time. This is the second time. The third and final time will be when Christ returned all 12 tribes back to the land. That's mentioned. You can read about that in the book of Ezekiel. He's going to leave no Jew in no land. He's going to return every tribe back. That's going to be the final time. This was the second time. That's a past prophecy. Go ahead. I'm going to show you. Go ahead. I'm almost done. Go ahead.
To recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar,
which
and
is
from Hamath.
And Hamath, Shinar, which is the region of Iran. The Assyrian, the Jews was coming back from Assyria. That was coming back from Cush, Africa. Go ahead.
And from the islands of the sea.
The islands of the sea, that's the Mediterranean Sea. Go ahead.
Verse 12. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations.
He's going to call the nations. Go ahead.
And shall assemble the outcasts of Israel.
Watch how this reads. He's going to assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah. He assembled the outcasts of Israel and he gathered together, both of them together. Go ahead.
And gathered together the dispersed of Judah from the 4 corners of the earth.
The 4 corners of the earth, that's not talking about the whole planet. You can read scripture with God that he brought Jacob from the ends of the earth. It's not talking about the whole planet. I can show you precept upon precept and witnesses where the 4 corners is talking about anywhere that's outside Jerusalem. It's considered to be the 4 corners of the earth. Because Jerusalem is the center of the earth. Go ahead.
Verse 13. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart.
It's going to depart. Why? Because they was in captivity together above the Euphrates and the Tigris. They were scattered together. Go ahead.
And the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off.
Right.
Ephraim shall not envy Judah. And Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
And they returned back together, led by Zerubbabel when he went back to rebuild the temple, and also Ezra and Nehemiah. They returned back together. Watch this. All you have to do is keep reading. Go ahead.
Verse 14. But they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines.
They shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines. Go ahead. Watch this. Watch this. Go ahead. Go ahead.
They shall spoil them of the east together.
Of the east together. What nation was considered to be of the east? The Moabites, the Philistines, Moab, Ammon. All those nations was considered to be the men of the east. In fact, God says the wise men of the east, there was the Edomites, the Moabites, not the Edomites, the Ishmaelites. They was considered to be the wise men of the east. Go ahead.
They shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab.
They shall lay their hands upon Edom and Moab. Guess who returned back with Israel, folks? They had servants and slaves when they went back. They had thousands of servants and slaves. You can read about that in the book of Ezra. Who were those servants and slaves, folks? Those were the Edomites, the Moabites, all those nations. They were their servants. They went back with them. Go ahead.
And the children of Ammon shall obey them.
They obey. Ammon was also their servants. Go ahead. Because why? Because why? When you go read the book of Jeremiah, it talks about the Babylonians coming back down a second time and taking Ammon, Moab, even Edom, the Philistines. He took all these nations, even the Egyptians, but he took the Edomites also. The Edomites went into captivity, folks.
God.
They were scattered above the Euphrates with the Israelites. Go ahead.
Verse 15. And the Lord shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptian sea.
He's also going to destroy the tongue of the Egyptian sea. Why? Because many Jews were scattered in Africa. They had to go through Egypt to go back to the land. Go ahead.
And with his mighty wind shall he shake his hand over the river, and shall smite it in the seven streams, and make men go over dry shod.
And make them go over dry shod. You don't have to read no more. They had Jews coming back from Africa and the Asia Minor. Why? Because they had to go back to the land in time for Christ to be born so they could hear the gospel. Here's more proof. When Herod killed all those baby boys, what do it say? It says, Rachel weeping for her children, and they refuse to be comforted because they are not proving all the tribes was in the land. Because Herod slaughtered thousands of male babies from each tribe. They was all in the land. That's all I want to say.
Hey, Elder Yehuda, real quick. I just wanted to say, you know, you brought out some heavy scholarship too as well about the Jews not only being black, but having a certain type of skull, dolichocephalic, right? Can you talk about that?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
you want to talk about that for the people?
Yeah,
real quick?
yeah, real quick. Just 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I don't want to speak too much longer. I want you guys, I don't want other people to come on. 2 minutes. Yes, dolichocephalic. That's a skull shape that only the Negro have. Okay. The Europeans have been, especially the early century, like the 1800s, etc. They have been studying skulls, right? The skull shapes, right? Only the Negro have the dolichocephalic skull shape. Guess what? The skulls they dug up in what we call Israel today, of the Hebrews, guess what skull shape they have? Folks?
Come on.
Dolichocephalic.
That's right.
That ends the conversation right there. Oh, ain't no Hispanic got no dolichocephalics.
That's right. And look, they got them in Egypt and they got them in America. Ain't that something?
Exactly.
So that's another clear cutter. It's too much information out here in terms of, that's why you see these brothers running, man. They running because you know what? They don't want to show you that FOP gonna get that nice righteous spanking when it comes to these.
I appreciate Shawshan. Thank you for allowing me to elaborate on Isaiah 11. That's a past prophecy. To everybody who's listening, that is a past prophecy that happened already.
You know, we teach over here, but other brothers can come on and give their testimony of what they feel. It's not a problem.
Yeah, grace and peace to everybody on the panel. Grace and peace. I'm out. Shalom.
But all right, Elder. Yeah, but like I said, we know what we know, and the Most High show everybody what they want to show them. So I respect everybody's thoughts and point of view on what they bring out. But Yeah, you wanted to say anything else, Tazadakia?
No, I really just wanted to ask. So according to Isaiah 11, y'all believe that they crossed over dry shod already?
Say it again.
You guys believe, according to Isaiah 11, that the northern kingdom crossed over dry shod already, according to what we see in Isaiah 11 towards the end, the last two precepts?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's something I'll holler at you about one-on-one behind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we can. Like I said, bro. Our platform, open platform, and like I said, we can get together. You could discuss it with Elder Yehuda because we have like other books we go through with history and things like that. So we teach a lot of different things, and the way that we teach things is not from like the One West standpoint anymore. So sometimes when people hear say certain things, they look at us crazy, like but we just study different. You know what I mean? Because of certain things in history that other brothers don't point out, and that's what we try to show people too. Like, because everybody taught about the second coming of Christ. You feel me? But do we really understand the second coming of Christ or whatever like that? Because people here, like when the Lord makes his second recovery, we all think that's talking about Christ just coming back in that return in that form. But we got to understand the allegories and things like that also too in the metaphysics and the scriptures. So not to be contentious, but everybody, have their own different thoughts. Because like I said, I'm gonna tell you something which I thought was crazy to me. I had a conversation with brothers about Isaiah 53, and some brothers was telling me that they believed it was Samuel's son and not the Messiah. Or they'll say it was twofold. So that's what I'm saying about when you study for a long time and you going in with brothers and things like that, you'll find different metaphysics or breakdowns that brothers have a different thought of how they teach.
Con.
Yeah. But
yeah, in regard to
out though, it was beautiful breakdown and everything. Your point of thought about it. It's all good.
Con. But yeah, brothers, the water for allowed me to come on here and speak on a few things. Yeah, just I would tell anybody just to get into them scriptures for themselves. Be led by the Spirit. You don't really, you know what I mean? We all need an elder or somebody to guide us. But all you'll understand, you should be able to hop in them scriptures for yourself too and read, man.
Exactly.
There is no hidden interpretation.
That's right.
And that's how I came to find this. So, the water again, and Yahawashi Yahawashi Brakatah, Kings.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on, brother, and giving your testimony. And like I said, man, you got my information. You always welcome on our platform, brother. If you want to discuss anything, like I said, it's not about being contentious, or even if you just want to bring out something that you think the Most High, put on your spirit to show the people. Our platform is an open platform, so it's for our people edification. So we welcome brothers who want to bring out things that they want to show to the people. So anytime you want to come on and let the people decide. That's how we do over here. We let the people decide. You know what I'm saying? Show them and let them decide on it. Like, we don't force doctrine on nobody saying you got to believe this. But we do teach truth, meaning we're going to show you. Now, what we show you, if you don't agree with it, debunk it or show us otherwise. If you can't, then it is what it is. That's all.
Con, Kings, water. But yeah, brothers, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off of here. The water for allowing me to come on here again, and I'll definitely tap in soon with you, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Most High bless, man. Tell your brothers, Most High bless. Shalom to all them brothers. Wish them Most High everybody well.
Shalom.
Come.
Most High bless. Shalom, King.
So if anybody else want to come on, I'm dropping a link. Y'all can come in and elaborate. Other than that, we're gonna wrap up soon because we're just not gonna be having a two-man conversation talking to each other all night about it. You can go, but
absolutely.
I was on here last night. I gave y'all a show. I was tired. I'm still tired because I've been working hard, man, overtime, dealing with what I gotta do for my house and my kids and stuff like that. But the brother brought out a powerful presentation, and some stuff I was aware of and some stuff I wasn't. But like I tell everybody, we know the scripture says we know in part, we prophesy in part. We all don't know everything according to the scriptures. So just because the Most High will give you one part of something, don't mean he won't give another brother a part of something.
That's right.
And there's nothing wrong with that. People can add on, just like I did the rape doctrine breakdown. I told other brothers, hey, y'all got some more information or you got something that I didn't have, add on to it, you know what I mean? And use it, add against it, you know? That's how we should do, you know? Add on to it, keep it going. We got the Elder Don P coming on.
Yeah, Elder Don P, Shalom. Well, while he jumping in, I mean, a lot of people don't understand the history. And Elder Shalom, like a lot of people don't understand that a lot of this came from the commandment keepers. They was number one. And then you had Ben Ami's group, right? Both of those group was Negro only. And then there was a fraction that happened in the commandment keepers with Abba Bivens. All right, and Chief Natali. And that's when the One West formed. And they were originally Negro only. And let me say this. When I was first in IUIC after I had left, I've since left now. But Nathaniel used to teach us, man, back in the school before they blew up. Nathaniel would teach us, and he would say, listen, when he was coming up in the old school of One West, they had the brown paper bag test. And if you were not at least the brown paper bag or darker, you would not get into school. They was kicking brothers down the stairs who didn't pass that test.
And that's why I believe Tahar, Ramlab, and all them had that video when they was crying, talking about brothers said that they was an Israelite and they went through a lot of and they looked like they is going through some type of mental stress about that still to this day.
That's right.
Grown elder men, like they really hurt. And I was like, and then I was like, damn, well, now I see why they act the way that they act, because you never know what's really went on. I don't know what really went on in school. I wasn't there. But the way that they talking in that video, bro, the men seem like they got trauma, like some childhood trauma from that shit.
Yeah, they was getting the side eye, they was getting, all of that, because the way Nathaniel taught us, man, he said, listen, man, the brown paper bag test, and if you tried to come up in the school, they kicked you down the stairs. All right. And and then I guess there was a compromise or some type of thing, and they was letting certain brothers come in. And then that's when the doctrine started to shift. But go ahead, Elder Don P. I know you had to bring something out. You was about to
he was
he dropped off. Okay.
Yeah. Shalom, Sworthy, most high
Shalom.
He came on.
Hey, all praises to Yahawashi Yahawashi. I was getting off work, so I was catching the tail end of the video. Peace and grace to the 12 tribes scattered abroad, so-called black people. And I was just listening to the brother talk about how you got these individuals, if you will, that try to justify not taking the daughter of God, the so-called black woman, to wife, like the law tells us to, bro. So I was just catching that, and it's like the Messiah and the King of our nation. His mother is a so-called black woman. Mary in the Bible is a Negro woman. So why wouldn't you take the daughter of God to wife, and why would you take a woman that's of the race of people that's called dogs in the Bible?
Exactly, King. Exactly. Powerful point.
Exactly. And that's what we saying, man. They want to wipe. Like I said, to me, it's all about sleeping with any woman that you want to. And it's all about putting our sisters down and wanting to wipe out our sister seed line because they hate their reflection in the mirror. Like I said, when I did a presentation on the hate of the Negro Israelite woman, and it was powerful. A lot of sisters thank me for that. But I did that because people needed to know the truth about why these guys are the way they are. They hate themselves. That's why they hate who they lay next to. You know what I'm saying? They hate their hair texture. They hate how dark their skin are. We all came up with that. Like I was myself was teased as a child for being dark skinned. I don't forget. And all types of put down and all that, man. But the Most High have, as I grown to love myself, and I don't care what nobody say about Tupac. Tupac music saved my life, man. Tupac and all, but mainly Tupac. His influence and everything saved me because he helped me get through a lot of hard times I was going through in life, because I related to what he rapped about because I was going through that shit. And that's why I try to tell people don't understand music can save your life when you're going through things, because as a young man running the street, acting wild, doing things, going crazy, you need somebody who you could relate to that's dealing with the same kind of child trauma and pain that you've been through. So the stuff that he spoke and spitted, I was going through that because I was living that type shit and I was dealing with that hurt. So I felt the words that he said that poured out my heart because I felt like somebody was speaking to a broken child, and the words that I couldn't say at that time for myself, that man was speaking for me because I was lost. I was hurt, dealing with a lot of hurt coming from a broken home. You know, because of him, he made me love myself from his music, the things he spoke about being a revolutionary, black empowerment, and being proud of who I was. Especially one of the greatest songs I ever heard that he did was White Man's World. That was one of the most powerful songs that I felt like he put out that helped me too. So people don't understand music is very powerful and it can influence you. And it also can help you too, educate you. You know, and everything I said had balance. You got good, you got bad. But Tupac was a big influence on my life. And he helped me when I was a child.
And you know what's interesting, Sharsham?
Yeah, go ahead.
Shalom, Elder. Shalom, Uncle Don.
Shalom, shalom.
I wanted to say, brother, you know what's interesting?
Hold on a second, Don P. Let Swear they go real quick, then you can get that. I want you to cut them off. Go ahead.
I wanted to say, brothers, you notice how if you ask these brothers that are dealing with these, if you ask these brothers that's dealing with these non-Israelite women, right? How can you take a non-Israelite woman to wife when you haven't conquered the race of her people like the Bible told you to? See, you want to take a strange woman, but you don't have the balls or the heart to put her people in captivity and do it the right way, the way the scripture said. And I still say you shouldn't take no heathen woman. It's nothing that compares to the daughter of God on earth. That's a woman. You got to be out of your mind trying to take a strange woman over the daughter of the Most High God. So even with that being said, a lot of them that's with them strange women, they haven't conquered the nation of that woman and put that nation in captivity and taken her as a spoil of war. We at the bottom of society right now. And to further elaborate on that, if they got it all figured out of who's and what tribe, then why is it that they don't teach Mexicans to take Mexican wives and Negroes to take Negro wives and Native Americans to take Native American wives? Because they're not sincere, brothers. They're a bunch of liars.
That's right.
And when we bring up the tribe mixing law, they ignore that. They'll say, well, King David took a Benjamite, but nigga, you not King David. And
ain't none of us King David, right?
Right.
They try to, and this is my thing. You'll notice they always use excuses. Even the elders of GMS. Our forefathers mess with prostitutes. So, because our forefather Judah messed with a prostitute, Tamar, which she really wasn't a prostitute. But
she really wasn't. Yeah, she just dressed like
and
it.
He had 2 kids by her. That was a mistake that man made. And that should be, and like Paul said, the things was written before time was for our learning. So learn from that. Don't do it.
That's right.
But you niggas going to test, because our forefathers did something, we should do it. They the reason why we in the predicament we in.
That's right.
I don't understand these guys.
They ridiculous, man. And I want to lay me back off what the brother said real quick. What the hell does a heathen know about oppression, man? Only the sister, only the daughter of Zion, the daughter of God, understands our plight as we dealing with oppression here in America and all throughout the world, man. These brothers are sick as hell, man. Something is wrong with them mentally. We going through all this shit. What do you see? We getting shot in the streets. We dealing with unemployment. We dealing with poor education, gang violence, all this stuff. These damn heathens don't understand none of that stuff, man. They dealing with the suburban struggle. You know what I'm saying? They dealing with all kinds of other problems that ain't really real problems, the stuff that we dealing with. So in terms of compatibility, we ain't compatible with them. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Sharshan.
I wanted to say this real quick. I didn't want to cut you off.
No,
you could. The only person that's going to fix the black woman is us.
There you go.
I don't give a damn what nobody say. Nigga, Negro, you cannot run from that black woman.
That's right.
No matter what you niggas say, you're going to get your nappy head, whether you like it or not. And if you don't want them, I'll gladly take the ones for you off your goddamn hands.
There you go. There you go.
Especially the thick, voluptuous ones, the BBWs. You can send all them ones my way. I'll gladly take the chubby ones with the.
Hey, you got my portion. You got my portion.
Line them up. I have no problem.
You got my portion, brother. You got my portion, Shasha. Hey, for real. I need to send out a battle cry.
Take them off your hands.
Go
Hey,
ahead,
Shasham, I seriously need to send out a battle cry for the Warriors.
Say it again.
I need to send out a battle cry for the Warriors. Go over to Naphtali's channel. We got these niggas, these evolutionist niggas that me and her are battling. I'm on both channels right now. That they battling, coming out with, and this punk ass old nigga is trying to punk. He been trying to punk Natalie. Man, I need my soldiers over there, bruh. So when we wrap this up, I need my warriors over there come see these niggas. And they bullshit, talking Darwinism and shit. I love y'all. I was trying to be in the discussion, but you niggas got this handle. Y'all don't need God. Y'all got this handle. But sis, right now, it's me and her. They got 8 niggas deep or 7 niggas deep up on there. I love y'all, man. We the nation.
I'm gonna jump in there. I ain't gonna say nothing though, but I'm gonna jump in there. I'm gonna get in a few. Go ahead.
Me too.
Okay. I love y'all, brothers. Man, I was trying to be in this discussion. I was trying to be in this discussion because F.O.P.E is always good. And Shah, you know I love the teaching part, bro. A nigga, if he got to pull his sword, let me unbolt my shit and pull my sword, and I get it. But if I can just sit and just be with the brothers and just absorb what the brothers are saying, 'cause these niggas, man, they worldview is way the fuck off point. They ain't on the worldview that we believe in, which is the Torah, which is the judgments and the statutes. Nigga, live your life that way. Love Ha Mashayach and believe everything that he did, and you good. You good. Shah, you were saying, bruh, you were saying earlier, and I can't remember if it was this broadcast or another one I was listening to earlier. But yeah, nigga, yeah, because you live in this world, Shah. And so every day, each and every one of us got to get up and go, Father, do you know what I did? Not last summer, nigga, yesterday. You know what I did. I ask for your grace based on the blood. Based on the blood, because without the shedding of blood, there is no remission. But I'm going to get the hell off of here because I need the mighty men to come get this nigga, man. Come get this loudmouth ass nigga on Nap's channel.
We be
I
over there.
love y'all. I love y'all, dogs.
Hey,
I'm going to see you soon.
Bro. Yes,
all right,
sir.
I'm out. Peace.
Shalom. Shalom. Yeah, I just want to, get back, land me back again on what the brother was bringing out. These brothers, man, they effeminate, man. They beta males. And that's why they can't handle. They don't know how to be patient and long suffer with the black woman, man. A lot of them got all kinds of issues. They lustful. They want to deal with other women. That's ridiculous, man. So, all praise to the Most High. We appreciate, this platform, Shashem, Elder Qanath, all the elders of FOPE, all the brothers and sisters, man. We got to push this truth mighty, strong, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people is going off. There's a lot of sisters who don't even know the law, and they thinking it's okay to marry a Hispanic, man. So this is why this is so important. But I'm going to give it to the next brother.
You see it all over Facebook. You see it all over Facebook. Them brothers hurt. They mad. They make posts. I posted a picture of King David today and a picture of King Solomon, and the guy said that's from a cartoon book. He was in so much denial. I said, "Nigga, you gonna cry the car? You gonna cry the car?" He said, "I'm not gonna cry the car." He was hurt.
The world could not receive him. You already know.
He said King Solomon not black. I said, this guy's crazy,
He's
man.
bugged out. Yeah, yeah.
I told him, I said, bro, I feel sorry for your soul because you've been fooled by some niggas. They lied to you.
Yeah, and he was dead serious. And you know, it was funny because he was posting, and I'm like, why is this important to you, bro? Like it's clear. It says I am black, and it says the sun has looked upon me. You know what I'm saying? So the sun hasn't been kind to Solomon, but it's like whatever, man. I mean, whatever you believe, man. We already know in the last days it's gonna be a strong delusion. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Hey, like Riley Granddad said on the Boondocks, don't you be having that dream telling people the truth about Jesus being black.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
Right. Don't you be telling the truth, because you know the world could not receive the Messiah who was the so-called black man. So we got to understand, according to biblical prophecy, they're not going to accept us until the Lord come back, raise Jacob, and not accepting us in that day. It says the nation that will not serve thee shall utterly perish. So there is going to come a time in the earth where black people, we're going to tell you to do something one time. And if you don't do it, that's your ass.
That's right. Hey, I want to say shout out to the sister Danny Zion, man. Israelite Manosphere, exactly. That's what we pushing out here, man. It's too many beta males, even in the One West stuff, man. A lot of them are effeminate. You know, they heartbroken. You know, they sitting up here, they can't get over their little past relationship with a black woman. Okay, if it ain't work out, just move on, man. Learn from your mistake, man. But don't sit up here and try to be with heathens. I mean, that's weak as hell. You know what I'm saying? But anyhow, let me get off that soapbox, man.
Exactly.
I'm gonna pass it off to you, Shaq.
Yeah, man. Because like I said, we love our sisters, and like I said, you don't want them, send them to me. I'll take them, line them up, knock them down, and put some babies in them.
Hey,
you don't want the black woman? I'll take her. Ain't nothing like it.
Yep.
Well, we need to encourage brothers and push and teach hard to actually take the black woman, the daughter of God, the Israelite woman, to wife, so that we can bring forth goodly children, brothers and sisters.
That's
Man,
right.
I've
You know, because
for the past 3 years, and these guys ignore it. For real,
a part of your pedigree is being of a pure breed. So you got to have a so-called black woman and a black man to be of a pure breed. That's a part of a pedigree, literally. So that's how we bring forth goodly children, Israel.
They is scared of that, bro. Like I've been pushing that for the past 3 years. Like, listen, man, you're gonna get a nappy here, whether you like it or not. Your hair the same way, bro. Accept it. Get a woman with locks. You don't like it with locks, she can have a bush. You feel me? Have box braids, but you're not getting a stringy hair, and you just have to accept that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Love yourself. You feel me? I'm glad I look at my daughter. My daughters look like me. My youngest daughter looking like me even more to this day. I be saying her, she looking like me when I was a kid, and that makes me proud because I see a reflection of myself.
That's
and
right.
My kids, they love me so much, and you know, I tell them how beautiful they are, and they love themselves. They're not being raised with self-hate or my hair don't look like this. My daughter didn't want straight hair. She said, Dad, I want locks like you. I want to be like my dada. I want to look just like my dada. I want to look just like my mother. And that's proud because I see those curses is lifting up all my children, and they don't have to walk through that generational curse that I had to walk through, meaning being ashamed because my skin too dark or I'm not light enough. Or
that's right.
I don't feel accepted, you know. And now the Most High, He diverse in my family because my daughter, she's lighter than all of us. My oldest daughter, and then my youngest daughter is dark. Then I'm dark, and then my wife is darker. So He diverse in our family, and it ain't no thing where my daughter feel out of place because she's lighter or whatever. She got hair just like us. We all. My daughter, my oldest daughter is my twin. She look exactly like me. She's just a lighter virgin, and that's beautiful. And she loved me to death. She's a daddy's girl, and that's what people have to understand. You know, we all made in our individually and special way, and we produce all different hues.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It runs through our family because who would ever thought my wife is dark? She's darker than me, and I'm dark, and our daughter would be more of a brownish red bone girl. You know what I mean? She's very, very light compared to us. Yep. So
all praises to Yahawashi Yahawashi, man. And we living in a time where the daughter of God, the so-called black woman, is under attack like I don't think I've ever seen before in history. And I'm getting to the point, where I'm trying to stay patient and spiritual, But I can tell, bro, I'm about to go medieval Negro on a motherfucker fucking with the daughter of God. Excuse my French, because I know Qanath don't like us using profanity on the platform. But I'm getting to the point where I'm about to go medieval Negro on whoever got smoked with the daughter of God, man. Real talk.
You know what? And that's our job, you know what I'm saying? Because we're the protectors of our community. So, I celebrate you in that and I encourage that. And I want to say one thing real quick. We made in the image of God, right? Black people, we made in the image of God, the image of Yahawashi or Christ and the image of the Most High, Yahweh, right? So now you got to ask yourself, is a damn Hispanic made in the image of God? Hell no. We don't even need to second guess ourselves.
Right, and no disrespect to Hispanic people, but concerning the truth, you guys don't fit the description of the biblical Israelites. You don't have the same spirit that the Bible says the Israelites would have, and you don't fit the description of God and the Messiah of the Israelites in the Bible. Just concerning honesty.
So it's so many cuts on this 12 tribes chart, this stupid seed of your father doctrine. The bottom line is we the only people made in the image of God. So we should celebrate that. We the only people that have the reflection of the Most High and His Son, Yahawashi or Christ. The black man and the black woman. That's it. So,
But
at the end of the day, okay.
If they think there's something, wait till we bring out the presentation of the study comparison Elder Qanath about to do, or the Native Indian and the ancient Israelites, when we show the wall reliefs from theirs to ours, and their clothing, their pottery, their language, everything that they was doing over here, because we got about 30 to 40 different native books, and we went through it. Even some of the practices that they was doing, they used to wrestle with thongs on, naked, and like grab each other rods. Like we have brought that out a long time ago, and people were so upset at us. That's when Qanath got banned on Facebook, and they took us. They was taking his page down on Facebook because he was going in on that like 3 to 4 hours a day, man. And he was burning them up on Facebook, and they was hating them. But you could actually see Native Indians and like these G-string thong things, and they would wrestle. And he was like, "Show me when Israel ever did something like that."
That's right.
And it was like, no, bro, I ain't wrestling nobody with no thong on, bro. I'm sorry. With my ass out and all that shit, crazy.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
But yeah, we got a lot of stuff in store coming for y'all, Israel. Appreciate everybody tuning in.
Yes, sir.
Actually, because we pretty much done, and I don't think nobody else gonna come on. We're gonna go over to our sister Naphtali channel. Because she did set her live up before us, but unfortunately, the brother wanted to come on tonight, so we had to crossbreed the shows. We really don't like to do that because we like when Naphtali live, we like for her to have our show, so our people, because our people be over there too, and we didn't want to really crossbreed it like that. But unfortunately, we ain't had no choice because the brother chose a day, and it was just in that same time. So we're gonna end the live early because I don't think nobody else gonna come on. Star, can you drop the link into Naphtali's channel, please? Everybody can go over there and support the sister because I'm about to go hop over there and get these evolution guys for a little bit before I take it in. And I'm gonna still play battle cry and everything out, but I'm gonna hop on her panel to go support the sister since they ganging up on her.
Yeah, let's go bring that back up.
Hold on, let me drop her. I'm gonna drop her StreamYard link too. Copy. All right, this is her StreamYard link right here. If you I'm gonna drop it in the chat. You see it? That's Naphtali. That's Naphtali's StreamYard link for the show.
I see it in there.
I see it. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, appreciate that, Nehemiah. I'm gonna have to make you a moderator soon too. You probably gonna have to ask Lima and Star because they run a chat. I don't have authority for that. But I appreciate you, bro, because you know we ain't block you. Nehemiah, a good guy. I like that brother. But yeah, y'all brothers got any last words before we close out?
I'm gonna just say, man, again, shout out to the brothers and sisters that support the show. Elder Qanath, Shah Sham, the elders, the brothers and sisters. Again, let's stay strong in this truth. Let's support one another, love one another, and that's it, man. That we all we got. That's it for me.
Hey, beloved brothers and sisters, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi, the Most High God, in the name of His only begotten Son, King of the Jews and our Messiah. Peace and grace to the 12 tribes scattered abroad, all the beautiful brothers and sisters in the chat and on the panel. And Sharsham, brother, I got a testimony that I really want Israel to hear. It's probably the most supernatural thing I've ever experienced in my life. And a lot of times when I ask people to explain it to me, I just want to see if they'll be sincere enough to say, you can't explain something like that. It's that type of party. So I want to be able to share it with Israel because it's powerful what happened to me. And like I said, it's the most supernatural thing I've ever experienced in my life, man. I done seen stuff in the sky and all of that and had dreams. But this one particular experience that I had, I really want to share with Israel concerning having faith. And something that the Most High, I sincerely believe, showed me.
When you want to do it?
I'm not quite sure because it's not a long testimony, but it's extremely powerful. Like if I was to ask a brother in the conscious community or a brother that's a Moor, I would really just be asking them to see if they would be sincere enough to say, you know what, brother, that can't be explained.
Right. Well, you see,
so I already.
You
say it one more time, Mark.
You see our email down there, right? At FOPE News Network at gmail.com. Email me when you want to do it, and we can set it up.
Okay, I sure will.
Yeah, so you see the email. Yeah, just email me that, and then when you're ready, and we can set it up.
Okay, it's like I said, it's not going to be a long video, but when I tell y'all about the testimony, the brothers and sisters that can clearly identify in the spirit that it's a true testimony, it's going to blow your mind, Ak, and it ain't going to never stop blowing your mind. It was just so powerful the way it happened.
I'm going to tell you, I believe you, bro, because the way that
man, Ak, when I tell you it was so powerful, I've never experienced or seen anything like this in my life. And a lot of people who scoff our power, it would be sincere of them to just be honest and say, you know what, something like that just can't be explained.
Yeah, because I'm trying to tell you, man, I had dreams and I had gave a testimony before and was telling people I had dreams where I was in like other places and the Most High showed me, like had me jumping through portals, moving fast to speed of light, and it felt real. Like leaping from buildings. And I've been dreaming like these dreams or places, and I go to other planets and jump through portals, and I had like people actually chasing me. And I've been telling people this, and I asked people, like, have you ever had this experience before? Like you was a fugitive of the universe and people was they like really trying to capture you for some reason. And the people you fighting against got technology, but you don't have no technology, no weapon or nothing. Everything we use and fight against them is spiritual powers where we can move things, levitate, move fast as the speed of lightning. I've been doing this for years in my mind. And
wow, that's powerful, man. It reminds me of the scripture that says the house of David is going to be as God and as the angel of the Lord, man. That's powerful.
Yeah, like it was to one point, like I be in my physical form and I was like trying to make it like the stuff actually appeared, and I'm like, I know I can do this because I dream about it and I do it all the time. I fly, I levitate, I jump, I move, I'm jumping through portals. So, and I'm like, I don't know why the Most High always had given me these dreams like this through my life. Like it was a time where I had killed some people, and they chasing me, and I was praying to the Father, like, man, get me out of this situation, Lord. I don't know what to do. They after me, but every time they come after me, they got technology and they trying to capture me. Like, you know, how like somebody capture an animal in a forest or something they trying to tame. That's what they was trying to do to me. But then it's like, next thing you know, I just glow and pow. Next thing you know, when my power kick in, and then everything just flying there, and then I'm just jumping through portals, and I'm gone. Next thing you know, I'm somewhere else I've never been before, where nobody know me. Whole nother different planet or whatever, populated with people, or another part of wherever I was at, gone like the speed of lightning. Walking around.
Man, that's powerful.
That been happening to me all my life, or leaping from buildings, over on top of buildings, and I will fall all the way down to the ground and don't be hurt. And I'd be scared for a minute too. And I'd be like, yo, this is crazy. But I had these dreams for a long time. And I was asking people about like, have they ever experienced anything like this? Have you ever been a fugitive or felt like you was a fugitive in a galaxy and people was trying to get you and capture you? It's like because they want to study you or trying to figure out what gives you what we got. And I'm like, I don't know if it's a God key or some type of God form or God power that we possess, but I believe we do have it. And the Most High just have it locked that way we can't use it. Because I don't think that he would let me dream this all the time for no reason. And it's scary. But I never talked about it. And I had this kind of dreams way before I was in the knowledge. And now when I finally came into the truth, I had the courage to speak about it because I thought people would have thought that I was crazy. But then the Most High,
and you can probably interpret the dreams a lot better now that you understand that you're an Israelite. You probably can discern what they mean a lot better now too, knowing that you Israel.
Exactly. But I'm like, I never knew I had the power to stop weaponry and bullets. Like it was one time I was fighting, like wherever I was at, I had a family and I had to actually leave them. And I was mad about that because they discovered who I was. And they were like, get him, that's him. Like, and they knew. And then they looking at me like, what's going on? And then I know who they are though. And I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers found me. How they find me? You feel me? Da-da-da-da. And then I'm being attacked by a bunch of people. So now it's like I'm in war mode, like I don't know what to do. So then it's like also, well, now I'm exposed. So then the people you love, it's like, oh, you got to leave them behind, but you really don't want to. But I got children. And now I'm in a fight for my life against these people because it's like they don't want your wife, they don't want your kids, they want the man. It's something about the male. They want you, like specifically. Whatever you doing or you possess, they after the male figure. So I had to fight plenty times against these people. And I just find it strange that, you know, these people that's after me, they always possess some type of high-tech technology like that you never seen before. But the Most High give you the capabilities to beat it. And you don't need a weapon or nothing. You just use pure physical, spiritual power. And I just found out that was some of the most unique stuff that I ever been through. And I don't care what nobody say. I don't feel like this shit's a dream, man. This shit feel real. Like I'm actually doing it.
I have faith that Yahweh gonna activate us one day. It's gonna get real, man.
Yeah, and I know that because it's like once you activate it from the power that I felt, bro, it's like you like an unstoppable force. And that's when I always go back to that scripture where it says, one shall chase 1,000, two shall chase like 2,000, something like that, whatever. And that's when I started. When I heard about that scripture, it made sense to me, bro. Because you moving so fast, you be killing just like that in the speed of light. Whoosh, 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 it's over for them. Whatever they got, their weaponry, their technology, you'll be untouched. And that's how I was when I was fighting against these people, man. They had the kind of best shit you could ever think of, but they could not tame me. And even when I felt like I was trapped, I blasted through the sky or I would jump through a portal and they couldn't catch me. Like,
man, that's powerful, Ark, man. We the people. Man, we the people, I'm telling you.
I've been portal hopping for a long time, bro. And I just thought it was strange. And one time I was like, maybe I shouldn't mention this because these motherfuckers might actually knock on my door one day. But you can. I mean, even if you do, I dream about it, but I'm not activated because I can't do it. Not physically. But if I could, trust me, I wouldn't tell nobody.
And it's hard for me to believe that like the banking families, the Rothschilds and the DuPonts, like a lot of these lower level people don't believe in the scriptures, but you could tell they believe that Yahweh gonna activate us one day, and they probably be watching the video, man. The Rothschilds probably watching right now, brother. They can tell that Yahweh gonna activate us one day, and we're gonna be the police of the earth. And yep, I'm gonna be saying, all right, Mr. White Man, get this dustpan and broom and clean up my forest and get my water together. I'm gonna throw his ass right in the ocean with a dustpan and a broom, and he gonna get all that plastic and shit out of my water. Yeah. We're gonna get him right.
My thing is, I don't think that everybody is going to be activated. It's going to be a special few. And for a reason why, it's because what I was getting the understanding of what the Father was showing me, and I'm not even going to say that I'm going to be activated. He's showing me that the power that we're going to possess, we have to learn to contain, because it can do a lot of damage. And you have to control your anger and your emotions, because you don't go but too so far. Go ahead, Elder Yehuda.
Yeah, can I say something on that topic real quick? When you go read, excuse me, I want to say the book of Zechariah. It talks about Christ, 1,000-year millennium reign, and how every Israelite, like keep this in mind, folks, when Christ returns, the first time he set up his government for 1,000 years, we'll be dead, bro. Only that's who those who will be part of the first resurrection and rule with him. Those who will be beheaded for him, they had their head cut off for him, they will be the ones risen. Those who make the first resurrection will be dead, brother.
You breaking up, Elder.
We'll make
breaking up.
I'm breaking.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Yeah.
I call back.
Yeah. I wanted to touch on what y'all was saying though, because with the jab and everything, it's transhumanism, and so in the scriptures it talks about there will be change. So Esau know the powers that be, the structures, that rule the earth. They know that a spiritual transformation is going to happen to the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Where we no longer going to have this same body that we operating in. So I just wanted to bear witness to what you brothers was bringing out. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures definitely, support that.
Yeah, because see, what I'm understanding too, man, a part of what I believe, what I'll just say the God key, I just used in that word, is actually a part of our DNA, because the DNA is the life of the body, what activates it. So I know that your DNA, when you look up the cryogram, it produces images and all types of stuff and sends certain kind of messages through your body. So it's important that it's pure as possible and it's not tainted. So I understand that as well.
It's so heavy you saying that, right? Because part of they got a book called The God Delusion, and they found in the human genome the gene that's responsible for religious like affinity and belief and subscribing to a almighty power, right? And so the idea from the power structure is that they know how to remap and re-architect your DNA so that you're no longer a worshiper of the Most High, or you no longer have that desire. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to bear witness to what you're saying, which is, yeah, our body, our DNA, we do have a God key. You know what I'm saying? Why would the power structure be trying to take that away from people if it wasn't there? You know what I'm saying? We just got to activate it. You know what I'm saying? We just got to activate it, but because of white supremacy, the society, us having to spend money trying to support our families, we don't have enough time, or we don't allocate enough time, man, to really get into that deeper knowledge, that deeper wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Hey, Shawshank, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you got Elder. Go
okay,
ahead.
cool. No, I was saying, right? I'm glad you guys hit this topic that you're speaking about now, because when you go to the book, I want to say the book of Zechariah, it talks about Christ ruling for 1,000 years. It is actually a witness to the book of Revelation, and it talks about how when he come back, he's going to set up his government for 1,000 years. Now keep this in mind, all the Jews who will be living at the time when he returned, we be dead. We be dead, bro. Long dead. But all the Jews who be on the earth at the time when he returned, he's going to bring them back to the land. They're going to be in the land with Christ for 1,000 years. Now, the book of Revelation says, those who were beheaded for him, all those souls who were beheaded, they would be part of the first resurrection. That's why it says, blessed are those who take part in the first resurrection. We would be in the second and final resurrection. Okay, those who will be beheaded, they would take part in the first resurrection, and they're going to rule. It says they are going to rule with Christ for 1,000 years. Now, so every Jew is going to be in the land. It won't be no Jew in America, no Jew in Europe, no Jew in Africa, no Jew nowhere in the world. They will always be back. But the Gentiles will still be living in the different countries. Guess what Zechariah says? Every Gentile will be required to go to Jerusalem every year.
Keep the feast.
To keep the feast. So if that is the case, wait a minute now. If every Jew is going to be in the land, nobody going to be dwelling in America no more. How are you going to have slaves? Because you're going to be in the land with Christ. The Gentiles are going to be living in their own land. How is that possible?
Mm-hmm.
And then God says, whoever don't come to the feast, whatever Gentile don't come to the feast, God says, I'm going to make it so your land will have no rain. So we know what happens when the land don't have no rain and water, right? They can't grow food. They can't survive.
Mm-hmm.
So God said, every Gentile will be required to go to Jerusalem to worship the King of Christ, who is Christ. Now, after that, the second resurrection would be the final resurrection. That's when Christ would judge every living soul. That's when we will be risen. But he said only those who will be beheaded for his sake, they would take part in the first resurrection.
Hey, Yehuda, I want to ask you a question, brother.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think that the Romans were there? Do you think there were Romans that witnessed the resurrection of Yahawashi? Do you think it was some of the Romans that actually saw him rise and be alive?
What you mean, like what you mean, like after the resurrection?
Right, right.
So you saying after he risen, did any Romans see him physically with their own eyes?
Right, right. Do you think any of them saw him?
No, I don't think so, because I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of Jews, they deny his resurrection, especially those who don't believe in him. I think when Christ risen, he only appeared to his closest disciples and his mother and people like that. I don't think many people but they say a lot of people did see him, but I don't know. I never read nothing in history or in scripture that said the Romans saw him after the resurrection. I never read nothing like that.
The reason why I asked that question, right, is do you think, even if they didn't see him, right, do you think them just hearing about him coming back from the dead, do you think that the Romans got a sense that one day we all gonna be in a supernatural state like that? Like how it talks about the house of David being as God and as the angel of the Lord. Do you think just the rumor of the resurrection of Christ led them to believe that one day Israel is gonna overpower everybody on earth?
No, I'm gonna tell you why. I have the writers of Pontius Pilate. I advise you guys go get the writers of Pontius Pilate. The letters that he wrote back to Rome, and basically he was telling people in Rome what he was doing as the procurator of Judea. I advise everybody to read that. And he also talks about what Christ looked like. Pontius Pilate said, one day I was walking and I called my servant. I said, who's that man over there leaning against the tree? He said, that's Yeshua, Jesus, right? And he said, I see a whole multitude of people watching him. And he was leaning against the tree. And Pontius Pilate described what he looked like. He said he was a black-skinned man. He said all the Jews were swarthy. Listen, he said all the Jews were swarthy people. That means black. He said his hair was kind of like what kind of say? His hair was kind of like a yellowish. You ever seen a black person like an albino, kind of like with a yellowish? It was woolly, but he had like a kind of like a golden brown color hair. You ever seen black people?
Yeah, I've seen that before.
And you know why? You know what that makes it? But he said he had that kind of hair, but he was a black-skinned man, and it makes sense to me because he said Christ came down from heaven. It makes sense to me that he would look something like that. Either way, he talks about the Jews. He talks about Christ. He talks about the they talk about hearing seeing an earthquake and the sky going dark and stuff like that, but they don't talk about what you just spoke about.
But I always wonder, man, if they knew or even heard the rumor of the Lord being raised from the dead, right? Knowing that he an Israelite, did they ever get a sense to know that one day the Israelites are probably going to do supernatural things?
No, because when you go read other writings of Romans, ancient, you know what you guys need to do? You guys need to get some writings of some ancient Romans, man. There was eyewitnesses doing that around that time. They talked about, even in Rome, hearing about him being a possible king of the Jews, but many of the Romans denied it. You know why? A lot of them didn't believe it. They didn't believe it, but they did witness an eclipse around the same time he was crucified. They witnessed the earthquake. They talked about the earthquake and everything like that, though. They do talk about that, but they don't talk about what you just spoke about.
Khan, I really wanted your opinion on that, as well as I wanted Sharsham. Do you think that when the Messiah was resurrected and the fame of him rising from the dead went out, do you think that the other nations got a sense that one day the Israelites are going to do supernatural things?
I don't know, because see, that would be hard for me to say that.
Right, that's a cold one to meditate on.
Yeah.
No. All you have to do, brother, is go read the writings of the ancient Romans around at the same time. They'll tell you what was going on, and then you can get your own opinion of what they said and what they heard.
Done. Okay, I'm gonna have to see. I'm gonna have to see what they wrote and what they said as far as what they saw.
Go read some of those ancient writings of the Romans.
I just know when we read in the Apocrypha, I believe the Ammonites said if their God is with them, don't fight them.
They knew what was up.
Their God ain't with them, then you gonna win. So I know what they said. So I'm pretty sure maybe they did figure out if their power with them, they can do some shit. But if their power ain't with them, then you ain't got nothing to worry about.
But you know what, Sham, while I was calling one more time real quick, I wanted the brother to go to Zephaniah real quick for me. Go to chapter 3, and instead of reading verse 10, pick it up at verse 8. Read verse 8 through 10 real quick. Zephaniah chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. I'm going to show everybody that's also a past prophecy. That's a witness to Isaiah 11. It's a witness to Zephaniah 3. It's a witness to also Hosea talks about the Jews coming from the west. It is also a witness to second Ezra. But read Zephaniah 3.
Got you.
Pick it up at verse 8.
Yes, sir. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, unto the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations.
Stop.
That I may.
God said, my determination is to gather the nations with an S. Watch this, with an S. He's talking about the nation of Israel and the nation of Judah. Go ahead.
That I may assemble the kingdoms.
That he may assemble. Wait. That he may assemble the who?
The kingdoms.
Kingdoms with an S. The kingdom of Judah and the kingdom of Israel. Now let's see where they're going to come from. Go ahead.
To pour upon them mine indignation. Even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
Of his jealousy. Go ahead.
For then will I turn to the people a pure language.
A pure language. And guess what language they were speaking for the most part? They were speaking Aramaic.
That they may all call upon the name of Yahweh to serve him with one consent. Verse 10. From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, my suppliants, even the daughter of my dispersed.
Even the daughters of your dispersed. He just told you they're going to be coming from Africa, the two kingdoms, the two nations. Go ahead.
Shall bring mine offering.
They're going to bring his offering. What were the offering? The sheep, the goats, etc. To have sacrifice to the Levites. And that's why I said, brothers, you guys go read the letters of Pontius Pilate. Pilate talks about the Jews coming up from Africa by the thousands. He said, all the festivals, he said, especially the Passover, they came up by the thousands every year. That's exactly what God is talking about in Zephaniah. They brought the offerings from beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. And I just showed you, he said, both my determination is to gather the nations, both nations and both kingdoms. That's also to show you that Zephaniah also is a past prophecy. Because why? They had to go back to the new temple. After the new temple was built, they heard about the new temple. You know how they heard about it? When you go read the book of Isaiah, it talks about the messengers going down to Africa, letting the Jews know that a new temple was built. That's all I want to say.
Khan. I just wanted to land me back off what Shar Sharon was saying real quick, because I know we getting close to the time and end. So I think on that last question, do the nations kind of know what kind of power we possess? I think they do, and the reason why I would say that is because from an archaeological standpoint, like when you go to the Voronezh, that's a in Ramonia, it's a church called the Voronezh, and they have the Last Judgment. And what they have a on the church, they have a part of Israel going into captivity, and then they also have Esau going into captivity after Esau gets dominion. Also, they were very familiar with our history and our scrolls. Remember, they converted to our religion. You know what I mean? So I think they, and the other thing is, in order to really overcome your enemy, you got to know your enemy. You know what I'm saying? And so Esau, he knew us by becoming us. He stole our identity. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's a lot that they understand about us. I think they understand the scriptures. I mean, again, with the gospel that's being preached today, Esau perverted that. So
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot they know about us, y'all. It's just that we waking up and through slavery and different things, captivities, we've lost a lot of our knowledge. But all praise to the Most High. We got the scriptures, and the spirit of the Most High, man, is waking us back up. So that's all I want to contribute there.
I've been trying to unlock my hidden power for the longest because I always knew I could or I dare. Like, I know I have it, but I just can't use it right now. But I was like, maybe one day in my life, even if I gotta die this time for real, in real life, if I could use it and then taste death, hey, I wouldn't be mad then. At least I actually really felt it and not really dreamed about doing it, but actually did it. Like, and then I'm taking out. Fuck it. It's going to the glory will be worth it then.
King, 100. All praises.
Yeah. You want to say anything, Sworthy, though? Because we ready to close out.
I wanted to close out with this scripture right here. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15 and verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Shalom.
Qanath, beautiful.
Khan.
Yeah, you want to any last words,
I'm good, King.
All right. Shalom, Israel. Thank y'all for tuning in for our People's Edification. Powerful testimony tonight. Thanks to my brother DeBar coming through. Everybody else that jumped on the panel, the elders. I had a wonderful time with y'all. Remember what I told y'all. Don't follow me. Follow Christ. And I am not your leader, just a humble servant. And yeah, I do give testimony on the things I've been through and how I feel. But they are my experiences. I'm not up here to lie to y'all, but just to tell y'all the truth and to tell y'all the things that I experienced as a man and as an Israelite, or even before the knowledge, So I hope y'all can receive it well. Everybody got a testimony. Everybody got a story. It's nothing special about me, but I'm just ain't afraid to speak about how the Most High dealt with me. So, hopefully other people could be not afraid to speak about how the Most High deal with them. He talked to us, maybe not in a physical voice, but through messages and dreams, the Most High can communicate or send a messenger to communicate with you. So don't be afraid of it, just embrace it. That's why I always tell people my life is a gift and a curse, because the things that I was allowed to see and know before things happen and before not, sometimes I wish I didn't know. But unfortunately, that's just the way the Father works with me. And I'm all right with it, because he don't put too much on you that you can't bear handle. So thank y'all for tuning in. I love everybody. All my moderators, Star, Lima, King of the show. Shalom to my brothers, STL, Israelites, honor and humility. Love y'all, brothers. B. Sparrow, shalom, sister. Most High bless everybody. Shalom to my CUC family. Kahan, Nehemiah, Star, Lima, Triana, and all the sisters. Thank y'all for tuning in. We out. Anything you want to say for
Shalom, Most High bless.
Shalom. All right, let's get out of here. Let's see.
I'm tired I've been on this plantation all my life. I've been enslaved all my life. I'm tired of being pushed and pulled. I'm tired of the master doing his bidding. I want to leave.
Oh.
You done this to yourself, Pat.
You know why we not afraid? What? Oh, he's great in turban. Turban's destruction. Y'all think it come back in all peace? You got another thing coming. So we out here fighting for our brother. We ain't marching saying, yes, we can. No justice, no peace. We go. Let's fight for your sons and your daughters.
I'm not wrapped too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog. I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfucker popo. This is my battle cry. Isaiah 14:21, that ancient version of that gun that they stole our name, they stole our shit. We real Judites, motherfucker Jewish. We lords, generals, arm your soldiers. We fight tonight like we supposed to. They inherited lies. I'm referring to all whites. I'm referring to riches, white privilege, given through genocide. And they gotta pay for that. God say Jacob gon' take it back. I cry aloud, I spare not. This good bread, my share crop. This lily grew through concrete. We march to our own drum beat. We the chosen. No inclination to kick it with y'all. Raise Babylon to the ground, then watch it fall. Obadiah said you'll be wiped up for theft. These are just words, worry about what come next. It's for Negroes, Latinos, we better than all, not equal. My natives no red dot that feather. Me primo be smooth like that leather. Until it's time to bring the war dogs out, put the headdress on. War paint and I'm not wrapped too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog, I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfucker popo. This is my battle cry. I got the spirit of grandfathers past. Front porch sitters, Nat Turner dangerous. A real life illustration of angry and that painting of Malcolm staring out the window with patience. One hand on the curtain, right hand on the AK spits. 47 rounds, all to bring down Satan. Same way Abel was killed by Cain. This will be an introduction from the fuck shit into the fire. Probably join the list of artists who died before they retired. Most High said I'm hired. Sire will never spit a line aimed at my kind, less meant to uplift. Toughness will be redefined in my rhymes. A squad of men with the spirit of God, with an affinity to point their weapons not at the brethren but at the enemy. Khaki colored kids, baptized in the flames of combat, fashioned in the trap we escaped. Our fate was to be great and noble. Moses reincarnate, so be hopeful and know I bring word from A and O to Pharaoh and white folk. Let my people go, cause